J Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. Appreciate everybody for coming through. We here to talk about the first reaction for the last episode that just dropped at midnight for Raising Kanan in the Power Universe, season 4, episode 6. And this was a good episode. I enjoyed it with my first reaction. Of course, we just watched it an hour ago. But because right now it is roughly what 1:10 a.m. So Eastern time. But I liked it. We see Unique come back, and he done went to Dapper Dan's, then got all cleaned up, looking good. You know what I'm saying? He had to go ahead. He said, "What chain you want?" He said, "Give me all of them. I gotta put my Unique chain on. I got all of my chains on right now. This is one. Give me all of them." Anyway, he back. He got his swagger back. I got one chain and I got these here. Be like Unique. Give me all of them. Put these together. There we go. I'm back. Yeah. Hey. But I thought they was about Jukebox and Kanan. I thought they was about to assassinate four youngsters in the park. I'm like, how they gonna get away with this? So, to see that ain't what happened was good. I thought for a second that all my theories came correct, but the theory about one of Freddie's people doing it seemed to not be completely correct. So we'll get into that. But it seemed pretty good. I like how things is going down. I'm interested. Marvin kind of had a talk with Jukebox, but he didn't really know what to say, but that was interesting. We see Mama Dukes said to Lou, why don't you do it? And he said, I ain't worried about what it do to you, it what it do to me. Ain't worried about what it do to you, it's about what it do to me. I ain't gonna do that. We'll do it, do me. And then, of course, a lot more. But let me get to some of these comments from you guys coming through. I appreciate everybody coming through, spreading love, all the support. Let's get to some of these comments. My girl, Ambi Bambi, first in the building. I appreciate you, sis. She say, what's up, Jay and chat? I appreciate you, mama, for coming through. What's good with you? Did you enjoy the episode? Hope is Lee. Good morning to you as well. Appreciate you for coming through. Polite Boxer, you say your girl Juke lost a marble at 3. Yeah. And you know what? This also goes to show, because this is true, that if things happen to you at a young age, that it's hard to kind of deal with it, because you kind of deal with stuff. If you continue to deal with certain things at a young age, as you get older, you don't know how to deal with it. And for example, if you start smoking or drinking or doing some type of drugs at a young age, and that's what would be your go-to at a young age when hard times arise, well, if you get older and you stop drinking, smoking, doing drugs, and hard times arise, you don't. What in the world? Why does music just start playing, man? Hard times arise. I don't even know who this is. Boy, I swear they be listening, don't they? Anyway, when hard times arise, your mind defaults to that go-to coping mechanism you had at a young age. It's happened to me. One of the problems from smoking weed at a young age, as you get older, you want to smoke or drink when you dealing with stress, and that's probably not the best way to deal with it. Lulu was having that problem because he was trying to deal with the loss of fame, and he wanted to go to that bottle and go ahead and have a drink. So Jukebox, when she lose it, she gonna go and take somebody out. That's really bad. Support Gaming, glad Unique revealed himself. Now everyone can stop saying he breathes. It's all over, folks. I'm glad too. I didn't never buy into that, and I'm glad that he back. And it's good to see he got his swag back. He came back with the Benz, got cleaned up, bought a new outfit. I'm glad to see he trying to make a comeback. He might even have a little bit more gravitas now that he got a little scar on his face. They may take him more serious. He been through some things. Leave him alone. He went to negotiate with Chubb Rock. Chubb Rock say 1990 back on the scene with Unique and the Greed in the pocket full of greed. Markel Baker, what's good with you, fam? You say good episode, Juke thorough. Juke though. Oh, I need glasses. But yeah, Juke is kind of crazy. She's starting to get into a dark path. And also, I'll say this. I didn't never think of this, but also she was in the military for a little bit. But like when Kanan first pulled up on his boys and he had the strap and he was looking and he was about to do something like that, I could relate to that because during these times of Kanan being a teenager and stuff, this is the times when me and my friends did dumb stuff like that and would have probably did something like that when we was into trying to be on the streets and doing stuff. That was young teenage years. By the time I was 21, definitely about 21, I wasn't doing anything like this. I was moved on in life past this stuff. But, from 15 to maybe 19 or so, 20, people were running around doing this type of stuff. So, but we never thought about, hey man, let's go and do some target practice first. So when I saw Juke going to set up bottles and target practice, I'm like, man, we would have never thought of that. We didn't. And then I don't even know where we would have went and this and that. I'm like, oh man, she taking this to another level. She about to do some damage. You know what I'm saying? Gina, what's good, mama? How you doing? Hey, hope everything all good. Glad to see you, as always. Yeah, Jukebox, that was scary because we looking back on it, which this may be also scary in another way, didn't know what the hell we was doing and had no training and was just as scared looking back on it as anything. Whereas a person with training and is not scared and know what they doing is just as scary, so people that's scared and don't know what they doing end up hitting the wrong people and accidents and all of that stuff, which is why that's scary. Cedric Williams, what's good with you? One Journey, what's up with you? Let's see. Yeah, I'm about to get into the review for this episode, but that dude OC really, really made me mad when he followed Kanan because what that represented to me, and I realized in life the hard way, that everybody don't look at the friendship the way I do or appreciate loyalty the way I do. And I ain't talking about some Trump. I need loyalty. I need loyalty. Yeah. No, you need to be a yes man type stuff, but I wouldn't want somebody to stab me in the back. Or what makes him turn on Kanan so quick for Unique? Like, is he that jealous? He wanted money that bad? You want to be him that bad? Like, the dude you selling him out for don't like you. Like, I just never understood that mentality. I've had friends and people I've looked up to. I've been the one looking up to and trying to be the friend and this and that. And I've been whatever. People appreciate it. People have, thrown me to the side or do whatever the case. And, I've been the person where people want to be my friend or whatever, or it's been lateral. I don't try to do that. And people will try to get stuff from you or take advantage and do this. And it's like these small gains or these things people do in the long run is not worth a real friend in life. A real relationship with somebody. It ain't always about what they doing for you or what you can get from somebody or getting over and stuff. That's just like a real horrible way to live to me. I never was that person. I just don't like that. And seeing dude like he deserves like a beat down, man. Like dude is like trash to me. Like you selling him out, you that scared, you can't say nothing. We've seen this in power before where people get intimidated and they sell out the person that's supposed to be there for them because they scared of this or that. Oh my goodness. I just never, ever, ever got that way of life. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all got a lot of good comments. I ain't gonna be able to catch up with all of them, but that right there, I just never understood it. I'm gonna skip to some of these more current comments. But Hustle in Air, you say, yeah, I've never understood the snake mentality. I guess I never had to, thank God. But nobody does, though. That's the crazy part. I'm with you. You never had to, because nobody does, though. That's the crazy part. Like, I don't understand that. He his friend. He was right there with the dude. He making money with him. He don't have to do nope. Boy, and that's why I don't understand it either. These people is something else, man. Joey Stiletto, you say this is the best episode so far. It was fire. It was a good episode. I don't know if it's the best so far. It's good. Let's see. Cedric Williams, I feel what you saying, support, but he can't stay in hiding forever wearing a stank hoodie. I must have missed that. OC had a booster seat. Somebody say he looked taller in the car. Yeah, he was sitting on the phone book right there, you know. Nah, that when you in the car, everybody look even. You know, I do some of my best fights now in the car. You know, we even. We both seated. Let's go. Slap box competition. Hustler there, you say, yeah, Jay, but the way people justify the snake stuff in the street is poverty and being desperate. That's true, but that's true in that's how they justify it. But that's how they justify it. It's not true that it is true. You know what I mean? Like, everybody don't have to be a snake or do that, but anyway. So let's get into this episode, which I enjoyed. I thought it was a rather good episode. We saw, I thought was very sad when it first kicked off. This episode is a memorial for Famous, because it wasn't a funeral, but they was nobody there, which was sad. You would have thought it may have been somebody, and it was at a bar, a rundown bar. But that was pretty sad to see his picture there. And, it was only just 5 or 6 people there, the usual suspects. But, it was a nice rest in peace for Famous. Everybody was sad. He had the respect, at least, that he was due by the people that did know him. And one of the things that was kind of messed up is everybody was trying to deal with it in their own way. And Lulu was having a difficult time because, of course, he don't want to drink. And and of course, I'm not saying drinking makes it better, but it may have made him, I don't know. Again, I'm not going to say that drinking and drugs make you feel better, but it does have a chemical called effort. It's a fuck it. And then you may not think about it as much, and then you be thinking about something else. The next thing you know, it's a new day. But then the problem would be there again. But anyway, we see they all trying to deal with it in their own ways. They pretty much all want revenge one way or another. Even Lulu was saying at the bar with Rock, I want to get this. I'm going to make an exception. She say, I thought you don't do that no more. She said, I'm going to make an exception for fame. I'm make an exception for fame. Yeah, him and Rock both talking to say, I'm going to do that. I thought you don't do that. Anyway, we see that Unique go and meet up with the mob again and trying to put together his plan. And dude told him, hey, man, I ain't trying to go to war with them. And you talking all this talk, but you ain't did nothing. And he said, look here, man, I'm past the planning stage. I'm doing this right now. All I need is some soldiers and money. He like, that's it? Right. Like, well, duh, you give me soldiers and money. Watch what I do. But anyway. He said he already making Rock itch, making it hurt, making it scratch, and he ready to go ahead and put it down. And so next thing you know, he's in the move, trying to get everything together, letting him know I'm back. So what does he do? We got to go on and get a shave and a haircut, time to get out them hoodies. You know what I'm saying? He had to go ahead and hit up Jacob the jeweler. And he hit up the little bootleg Jacob the jeweler. He came from his little stand in the mall, his little kiosk in the mall. Here, my friend, I have a good deal for you. No tax deal, my friend. No tax deal, my friend. Okay, which one do you want, my friend? Which one do you want? 150. 150 for all of them. He sold them all for 150. That they was all hollow chains, but they look good anyway. I give you no tax deal, my friend, no tax deal. Okay, my friend. You want to take lighter? We take lighter. We try it out with lighter, my friend. We try it out. Okay, it's good. Anyway, we see he go ahead and get his, act together. Meanwhile, we see Marvin and Rock going to check on, I don't know what the heck his dude's name is. You know what I'm saying? He looked like the Chinese dude that was in every movie in the 80s as the bad guy. And he got the little things to shock Mel Gibson and Lethal Weapon. You know I'm talking about, the Chinese bald head in the front, long hair in the back. He was in like 50 movies as the bad guy, didn't have a name. That's him. Anyway, he over there running their little operation in Chinatown. He talking about, what do you think about this color on the wall? Ooh, have to have a new party. Make sure you have a good party paper. Oh. He said, man, the only color you about to see is black and blue, Charlie Chan. Where, get the product. Marvin is stupid, man. The only color you gonna see is black and blue. He's like, oh, Marvin, oh, you're so strong and funny. Oh, I didn't know that about you. Oh, Marvin. Wu-Tang versus Shaolin. Oh, your crane technique is very good, Marvin. I didn't know that about you. I didn't know that about you, Marvin. Anyway, Rock had to check him, Marvin, and they got out like, dude, I told you to check Terry. You whacked him. Now we dealing with this tweaker. And he like, well, I whack them too. He like, we need them. If you keep whacking them and these trucks don't move, we messed up. You need to make sure this works, which of course Marvin don't know how to do. The only thing he know how to do is whack them. If you are a hammer, every problem is a nail. Duh. And that's what Marvin is. So what does he know how to do? He don't know how to become a screwdriver. He's a hammer. He either know how to drive a nail in or take a nail out. That's it. That's what basically he was telling Jukebox. Only thing he good at ain't basically worth a damn. He should have went to the army. He could have been a good specialist whacking people for the government. As long as he got a cause he believe in, he could have been somebody special. He could have been a Russian secret agent. Hey, look here, Boris. Vladimir Putin. Let me whack you. Marvin ain't got no type of smooth technical presence. But nah, anyway, he should have went to the military. It would have probably been better for him. Because he don't seem to mind doing that except for when it comes to Mom Dukes, which of course is understandable. Now we do see Kanan talking with his crew, and they in the office, they running that little, plus that is famous old apartment. He's running that like the Wolf of Wall Street in there. They over there doing math and stuff. Man, I never seen people that sophisticated with my little small time in life. Drink all my water. Dang it. But I have to admit, I ain't never seen nobody that sophisticated with like running the books, keeping track of stuff and writing this down and having all these people. Like in my experience, everybody did everything in their head. Nobody wrote anything down. And I know that may sound like a movie or something, Malcolm X, when he was saying West Indian Charlie or whatever, do everything in your head and write it down. I think that was probably more difficult because they were running numbers in Malcolm X. So how you gonna remember every person that you talk to and what number they gave you and how much money they gave you and what was the odds? And you may talk to 100 people and you remembering 100 people bet and you got to redo this like every day or every couple times a week and stuff like that was very difficult to do. Whereas, and I'm just saying 100, it could have been more. Whereas people that was doing business like this back then on the street, in my experience, say for easy math and for conspiracy purposes, say you buy $100 worth of weed, for example. All right, so you bought that from whoever was you was buying it from. Okay, so now you need to what if you bagged it up and sold it, you can make, for example, $150. So then that means that you know what you're doing, how much you need. You sell this, you keep track of it. If you loaned somebody some money or gave them something, then you would remember it or not. You wouldn't write down, okay, I gave Charles $20. He owed me $20 in credit, and this person owed me $50. And then, like, people remembered it. I mean, I don't know. Is that like saying a lot today? Because I don't know. People don't remember a lot of stuff using a cell phone, but like I thought that was natural. If somebody owed you money or you was keeping track of how much money you had, we remembered it. So to see that, I thought was impressive. Anyway, on the side note, I got sidetracked. uh they had a whole operation and he told them, because I guess they ain't making no money, you want to make some real money, find out who did something to famous. Now we see this dude OC following Kanan to Kanan's drop spot. Now one thing again, especially for something that sensitive, and they did show him looking around a lot, but OC car was like very noticeable, and Kanan car is very noticeable at his age. That's like one of the top cars. I'm a big car guy. I love me some cars. So that car was one of the coolest cars that you could have, like a top 5 car the average person could have. We ain't talking about Ferrari and all that stuff. So that's a very noticeable car. And what OC was driving was one of the top worst cars you could have. That was a piece of it. All right. And it was loud and raggedy. And so he should have been noticing that, especially for something so sensitive, but he didn't, which is sad because, dude, you know, he was driving that car. I guess he couldn't have a big car. He probably couldn't reach the pedals. He's driving that damn clown car. So, you know, he got away. And I hate that they're going to pretty much figure out that Kanan was in there. But how would they? I don't know. They'll figure out, I guess, which storage he went to or kidnap him or something eventually. Anyway, we see another thing, man. Women is crazy, man. Straight up. So women, I'm gonna be looking in the comments. Y'all let me know what the hell's up with this. So Lulu smashed Sexual Chocolate last episode. She had them little tickle bitties hanging out. She told him, hey, I'm gonna let you spend this record collection. You could play this tune, but what about Famous? Why she even asked that anyway? But she said, what about Famous sister? I knew about her. He said it was over, which was true. Now, she know that Famous just got whacked. And famous sister, of course, would have been in town. Lulu there. If anything, if she was so worried, she should have went with Lulu to these places or something. Maybe she asked. I don't know. So we'll leave that to the side. Anyway, when she come to see Lulu at the studio, why she gonna peep? Looking. Women be looking, boy. Y'all, the best detective should be women. For real. Women got a knack for finding evidence, man. For real. It's just in a woman's nature. I think a woman should be a detective. I think that would be a great job for women. It's just in a woman's intuition. That's why women love that murder mystery podcast stuff. For real. Like that women gonna get to the bottom of this right here, man. So anyway, she over here trying to console him. He just was talking about he don't know what's better, being on the other side or not. Don't talk like that, Lou. Don't do it. We love you. We're happy you're here, Lou. Hold up. What the hell is this? Oh, hell no. That bitch, I'm out of here. Go ahead and figure out the other side, nigga. I don't give a damn. Like, really? Really, just like that. You let him explain. Let him explain something. Let me explain. You ain't gonna let him explain. Maybe she slept over and she took that out because you know when you sleep and you got the earring, it poking your ear. You know what I mean? Poking your neck. She took him out, baby. That's all. She slept on the couch. It was a rough service. She was tired. I'm a gentleman. It's my duty to please that booty. She needed to feel better. So did I. That's all. It was like aspirin for my dick. That's it. That's it. Nothing more. Why you all tripping? She going back to Cali like Biggie. You here? I just stick with you. It's like my leftovers. What's wrong? What's wrong being leftovers? Everybody still eat it. It's still good the next day. Gonna get that leftover booty up in that bed, girl. I'll be over there. Stop tripping. Hey, Crystal, what's good, mama? You say just finished watching the episode. That's what's up. What you think? One journey. You got the little pom-poms up. Laura Byston, most of the best killers are military trained. That is facts. That is facts. Damian Kinney, MC Hammer, hustling there. Who was looking at Imani crazy when she tried to trip with Lou about Jess? Like, girl, y'all is not in a relationship. Calm your ass down. Hey, man, facts. Facts. Like, play your position. You know what I'm saying? You tripping. You want to make sure this is yours. You're going to have to, you know what I'm saying, ride this pony more than once if you want to claim ownership. And you getting mad. Like, if anything, that's showing me I don't want to get into this because you get real trippy. You trippy red instead of trippy red, you trippy black in this one. Because dark black. Because your ass is like tripping. Women, boy, are possessive. Men too, but I think she should at least let him lie and then say, you lied to me, versus walk out and you don't even know what happened. You don't even know if he was going to lie or not. Which, if he try to lie to you, women, that's a compliment. That means he care. He ain't trying to hurt your feelings. If I just didn't say nothing and I'd be like, yeah, I smashed, and would you rather that? Then that mean you don't give a damn what you think. And Ambi Bambi, you say they not even in a relationship. That's why Monty shouldn't have tried to mix business with personal so soon. She too invested too soon. I agree. You know what? I don't really have a problem with mixing business with personal, but it has to be the right person and it shouldn't be too soon. But then again, I don't know about too soon because sometimes you may end up thinking something too soon and then you all end up being together. Thought it would make as a one night stand and ended up being one night that never ended. Sometimes it is a one night stand. Sometimes business and pleasure is a problem. I think, but sometimes any relationship that ain't business and pleasure is a problem. So I don't know. I don't know about a lot of rules in dating, to be honest, other than family members. But I think time is probably the best rule. Try to figure out who you with and what, especially as you get older, because you really don't know nothing about somebody other than what they tell you. But you know, I mean, I met my baby mama at work. Had we not, if I said I ain't gonna mix business and pleasure, my son wouldn't be around. I may have a job still at that place, but then what does that say? I don't know. That's just my experience. Hustling there, you say, yeah, mixing business with personal never works. Well, you don't know. Would I have worked at that place forever? You got a kid? Did that relationship work out forever? No, neither one. All this stuff, you never know. I don't know, man. You never know. People spend a lot more time with people they work with nowadays. You get to know somebody when you see who they when you working with them. You see how smart they are, what they able to do, not do. Are they reliable? Liars. Sometimes you get to really see a person when you work with them too. When you dating, you don't know what they do. They could be full of it and be yelling and mean to people at work, and then come home and then go on a date with you and be fronting and all sweet. Then next thing you know, you marry them and they start yelling and treating you like they employees. But if you'd work with them, you'd know I'll never be with this person. People, that's how people that work with people be wondering, like, because we all work with people, and you be wondering, like, how do they have a wife? How do they have a husband? That's because they don't work with them. They don't know these people really. They're a separate person at work. You don't really know this person's a slob or whatever the case. So, anyway, moving on, we see, and this made me mad this episode, famous mama talking to the cop. And this dude came in the living room and told her, your son basically wasn't shit. He gonna say he was into some bad stuff. He was bad, basically. And she like, I heard it was cops. He said, nah, it was you can help put it away. I think dude was bogus for that. I think he was tripping straight up, talking about some damn your son wasn't worth nothing. He was bad, basically. I don't remember the word for word, but I know that really made me mad. She even told him, you get the hell out of my house. You get out. You get out, my boy. I told you my boy was a good boy. The only problem with my boy is he growing up in a bad neighborhood and they don't have no money. That is the problem with my boy. He's a good boy. A good niño. Ay, Dios mío. Get out of my house. Get out of my house. I caught you. I caught you. XVY Beats. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, fam. You say this jukebox from OG Power. 1FW it. Oh, that ain't a one, that's an I. I fork with it. Hey, it is good to see Jukebox back. Well, Jukebox from old, the gangster. She's emerging. And I think she's doing a good job. Because it's hard for both Kanan and Jukebox to be playing characters already been played by people. So I think they both doing a good job back feeling, what happened. I'm gonna put the link into the description if anybody want to come and chat about this episode in a couple minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple more points and then give my Moorescore rating for this episode, and then I'll put the link up if anybody want to chat about it. Capital A, do you think the cop talked like that because of her actions? You say she had no loyalty to her son. What do you mean by that? Because she turned him in with the gun? I don't say she had no loyalty. I think she just was ignorant to thinking police always are on your side, and I think she was thinking, if I do this, the police can help set my son straight or something, and not realizing what they'll do is put your son in jail, dum dum. So I think she just didn't understand the beast of the system she was in, you know. Um, what else we have this episode? Uh I did like seeing Jessica and Lulu, but they didn't show no intimacy, so I guess Lulu they didn't want him back to back smashing. And damn, I know he missed out on that as an actor. Anyway, what else we see? Neek back. He got the Benzo, the 7 Series. That's top of the line BMW. That was a nice ride. He came back making moves, looking good. So we'll see at the end. He was sitting in the kitchen with Rock. He said, "Yeah, you was right about that butter pecan." Yeah. So I think she in trouble with that. Um, with the Freddie situation with uh Famous, we see Kanan and Jukebox go confront these 4 dudes they believe was in Freddie crew, and they like, "Hey man, we wasn't up here riding for Freddie like that. Who put Famous down was a cop, and we heard the cop, because he was running his mouth about dirty cops, is what happened." Now, I remember either last episode when I did my review, or the review before, or the episode before last, I was saying that it would probably be somebody in Freddie's crew. And I believe either somebody in the comments may have suggested a cop. And I didn't think it may be a cop, because I didn't think about maybe he had something to do with Howard or somebody. But now I'm thinking that, well, I mean, hey, it looked like that was on point with that theory, because from what Freddie's dudes say, one of them was even about to pee on himself. I thought Jukebox was going to whack him for the fun of it. "I like to care for fun." Straight up. She done took Marvin's gun. He said, "When I sat down, I knew something was off." But then after he get the gun back, he going to put it back in the same couch. "I'm going to move it 2 seats over. Should never guess. Should never figure it out." So that was dumb. Marquita D, you say you think Howard took him out? I do think Howard took him out now, because what other cop would have an interest? And I'm guessing Howard took him out because Famous knew about Kanan, and he probably could have put it together. I just still don't like this though. I still don't like that he would have did that. I still don't buy it 100%. It just don't sit right with me that Howard would have did that. It just, I don't know. I think he could have maybe told Kanan to tell your boy to shut up or something before that. I don't know. But I guess not. What was the other theory that came true that I had said this episode? I'm trying to think. I should have wrote it down. We did see another. Oh, I know what it is. Didn't I say, how many of y'all, let me know, when this dude say, I guess maybe I ain't gonna say this was the biggest theory in the world, but when the record producer saying, "I don't know, me and my people, we still keep lots of money and gold in our house for some reason. I don't know why." I said, he gonna get robbed. Didn't I say that? I need to start doing more clips of my videos. I'm working on it, y'all. I know everybody don't watch the whole live stream, but I said then he about to get robbed. Sure enough, we see B Rilla after he done had a scene with his baby mama, who say, "I ain't trying to be the baby mama complain, but you are." He just got out the pen. See, sometimes women don't understand that pressure they put on them. It's always some everybody saying this and that. Next thing you know, they out there doing something. And then she be saying, I didn't say do all that. Yeah, but what else you thought I was going to come up with? Anyway, this dude got out to pee and he bringing a box of Pampers. Yeah, it ain't everything, but he trying to give him a break. He working on the record deal. As soon as it hit, you be the first one in the video. That my baby daddy. Who that is? My baby daddy. Who that is? That did my baby daddy. Anyway, this fool go and talk to Baba Ak over there. This dude, I wouldn't be surprised if he had a white woman in the back talk about some Abraham Lincoln stories. Killed the poor white man. That's how I'm gonna get you, sucker reference. You want a bean elixir, my brother. He talked to old Baba Ak. And he say, hey man, County Cullen been dropping rhymes way before Cool Mo Deep. How you like me now? You know, come over here with these nursery rhymes. Next thing you know, he say, hey man, we got a robbery, but we gotta act now. I'm listening, my brother. Taken from the white man and redistributing the wealth between our communities is what I am all about. Power to the people. Hey, next thing you know, they ready to go ahead and make that move on old boy. So we already know that this dude about to get whacked, right? How many people want to put money on it? Put a thumbs up if you think this record executive about to get whacked in the next episode. I'm gonna put 2 thumbs up on that one. Dude's getting whacked. Of course, it's gonna go wrong. It's gonna ruin everything. And they may even wrap Lulu up because he's staying with Lulu. Even though Lulu don't have nothing to do with this. This could, and you know what? That's the thing of life, man, that I realize as I get older, because a lot of people, and if they can disagree with me, agree, and they say like everything is planned out in life or this or that. I think that it's paths in life you can take, but it's random, and everybody's playing the game of life at the same time, and people doing this and that. And so things are changing, and I just think that is all the stuff that he's done and tried to overcome, and it just be his luck. He get roped into something like that put him behind bars when all the stuff you do, you know, that's one of the reasons as I got older, I don't like to go out to clubs or bars or stuff with friends. Like we can go and we can meet, but I don't like to drive there together because if something go wrong, I can leave. And I ain't talking about like abandoning a friend stuff. I'm talking about when people doing stuff they shouldn't and they don't listen, then I'm out. You just do what the hell you want to do, and I don't have nothing to do with this, or vice versa, whatever. So it be like that, man. It be the damnedest things, man. Dante King, you say that could be true. I'm just peeping her expressions from the conversation with Fame's mom when Kanan said they're gonna find him and her itching to pop Freddy Crew. I'm behind on some of these comments. Stephen Harris, my brother, you say, I don't think the unique reveal would happen this episode, but I'm on board for it nonetheless. I think that the most shook Rock has looked in the entirety of Raising Kanan. Yeah, she did look shook right there, which I thought she should have been like, Neek, and then ran and gave him a hug, but she was like she was like, what? Marquita D, you say they mama's still begging for someone to take her out. Maybe she should dash Jukebox. You know what? And you say LOL, and I get it. You know what though? That made me mad. Like she can move her arms. You do it yourself. Do it yourself. Like you just a coward. Why you telling everybody else to do it? Do it yourself. Like you got the bottle sitting there. You can squirt yourself. Squirt yourself. Why you want everybody else to do your dirty work? I think that's just so weak and cowardly. You know, do it your damn self. Don't ask me that. All right, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and give my rating for this episode. I call it the Moorescore. It's my, own little rating patent pending. So let's get to it. It's real simple, and I try to be impartial. So. All right, so the Moorescore is just 4 categories, 25 points each, give you 100. And let's go with the first category, which is visuals and cinematography. Of course, they always try to make it look like an aged show, which of course we all know and are used to at this point. And they had a couple good scenes, like where you saw Rock shook at the end, or when Kane and them were dealing with famous stuff. But overall, they don't have any like scenes that like super memorable. But on the scale of 1 to 25, I would give it a 20. Let's see. Storyline and plot for this episode. I did enjoy the storyline and plot for this episode. It was good to see Unique back getting cleaned up at Dapper Dan. They trying to take power. We see that Jukebox and Kanan are starting to get into their own. They going to handle business on their own, looking for revenge for their friend. Jukebox is starting to evolve. I would give this and then the Marvin talk and different things. I enjoyed this storyline for this episode. On a scale of 1 to 25, I would give this I give it a 22. I give it a 22 for this episode. It was better than average, and it wasn't the greatest of all time. So 22. Special effect, makeup, costumes. They don't have special effects really, or makeup, costumes. They always do a good job with people for the period, the 90s. I think Rock is the character that they really shine, and then the male version is Neek, and it's good to see Neek back, even though it wasn't the entire episode. See him get his swagger back, cleaned up, and so I think they had them looking pretty good for the costumes and stuff. I would give them a 22 out of 25 for that category. And last but not least, the most important category, which is entertaining, fun factor. How do you feel about it? Did you enjoy it? Did you like it? I did like it. Will I be remembering this episode forever? No, but it would be memorable, more memorable than I guess a lot of the other episodes we've seen this season so far, because it's the episode we see Neek get his swagger back. So we can always say, remember when Neek got his swag back? So, that would be always something to be pointed to, as well as the first episode where they trying to figure out what happened to Famous. With that being said, I would give this on the scale of 1 to 25. I would give it a 21. It wasn't bad. It wasn't the greatest. It was above average, which brings my total Moorescore to an 85 out of 100, which you can put into a scale of 1 to 10 is 8.5 out of 10, an 8.5 out of 10. I always do a 0.5 margin of error. So if some people thought it was a 9, some people thought it was an 8, I can see the case for either way. But it overall was a little better than the most of these episodes, which will be about an 8. And I look at it as old school grades. 70s is a C, 80s is a B, 90s and up is a A. I give it a good solid B plus. I enjoyed it. So, y'all let me know what you think. I'm gonna put the link in the description now. So if anybody want to come up and chat about this episode or this show, come on through. If any drunk women out there and they want to show me something else, I mean, hey, there's more power to you. It's been done before. Let me give me some water. Thirsty. Like famous sister. I'm thirsty. Come in, Lou. I needed it. I also wanted it. Why don't you come to Cali so I can get it and want it every day? Lou. I think Lou should go to Cali. If anything, what if that's what happened to Lou? What if he decide, you know what? You know what? I'm through. I'm through. I'm out of here. I'm going to Cali. Cali? Go. Word. Go. Bop, to Cali. Word. Cali got gumbo bottle on the runway. But real talk, that's what Lou should do. Get out. She made a great point. It ain't nothing like getting away. You be surprised the difference. It's hard to stop drinking or drugging or doing what he do when you around the same environment, the same atmosphere, the same people, the same habits. Going to Cali, he don't, you know, he could check. Now, of course, this is in the 90s when they were going crazy out in Cali with drugs and partying too, but he don't know those people, and it's an opportunity to change. So, and then if he get with her, making each other feel good, he gonna have a couple muchachos on the way in no time. He gonna have a couple niños, couple niñas running around. He ain't gonna have chance for that. You know what I'm saying? You making me feel good, Lou. Guess what? I have a baby. I have a baby on the way, Lou. Are you going to be my daddy, baby daddy? Because you know they fertile. I'm surprised she ain't pregnant already. Louis, I had to tell you. I have a new pamper. This is baby pamper. Come here, pamper. This is your daddy. Big Bird, what's good with you, fam? Young Slim, Godfather Harlem is back, and The Last of Us. I know, right? Godfather Harlem come back this Sunday, and The Last of Us, Ellie. The Last of Us is my show. Man, I went through a period with this channel where it wasn't nothing on TV for a second. Now they all coming back at the same time. Ambi Bambi, you say Lou gonna be buying hella pamper. I do buy pamper. Hey, look, I had two pamper. I have pamper junior, pamper junior, and pamper junior. He's the junior or the junior. I had two pamper. I had to buy pamper. I had to buy the food, the pollo. Yeah, Lou going broke in no time in this month. Anyway, what did y'all think about the next episode? Because if you all saw the previews, it looked like Neek might yoke up Rock in the kitchen. Because I saw the preview for the next episode after this episode ended, and it looked like he kind of rushed up on her and put his hands on her and scared her or something. So, but there's the thing in these shows that I never like is I don't like when they put characters in those situations, because if they was gonna do that, they should just whack that person. Like he should have whacked Rock. Like you go through all this just to what? Talk, and then give them an opportunity to go against what you trying to do, and then y'all be saying what you gonna do and this and that when you already had a chance to just whack them and move on. And they do that a lot. And I get it. It builds the drama and this and that. I just don't like that they do that and then drag it on. Like that's just don't do that. Just make it hard to reach. I never liked that she don't have security at her house and everybody know where she at. My man Stephen Harris, what's good, brother? How you feeling?
I mean, what's good, Jay? I mean, I get this short episode. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I ate though because now you either must see Unique either much got him some soldiers now and be really need to have sense need to be helping Rock out
Uh-huh.
because all she got is Marvin, and then you see Lou he finna get ready to get back in the game.
Yeah, yeah. Lou, I think, yeah. I mean, after he do this, if he whack him, he definitely have a taste for that, maybe. But then again, who knows? It may mess him up. Hopefully, they get this handled, and he don't have to do nothing. I don't know. I got another person coming through, a good friend, Young Slim, my brother. How you feeling, man?
Yo, what up, dog?
What's up? What's up, man? Good to see you, man. How's everything been?
I'm trying to survive, man. Just working.
I hear that. I hear that, man. What you think about this episode?
All right, I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think the season's been kind of slow for the most part. Kind of slow, little off, but it has been, bro. It's nothing like last season or the previous seasons. I'll say it's super slow, and I mean I don't. It almost feels like the same episode just keep repeating. Like what?
And then though, and Freddie though, and people want to say Marvin must have been the one who unalive famous, and then if Kane either much found out that his uncle unalive famous, Kane he gonna end up done with the family. He gonna probably try to crash his own mama business.
Nah, the cops killed Famous, bro. That's clear to me. I think it's clear the cops did it.
What do you two think? I'll let you start, Slim. So you say it's the cops. What do you think Kanan to do if he found out it was his dad? If it was Howard that did it?
I think that's what I thought. I thought it was Howard that had what's that cop that was looking for Kanan for Famous, pretending to look for Famous?
Garcia.
Garcia. Yeah, I think Garcia killed him. I think Garcia killed him because he knew that Howard was dirty, or he knew too much. He probably went in there trying to run his mouth after he got caught shooting the young boy, and was like, the gun that his mom turned in. He was like, "Oh, I know a dirty cop," and it was Howard. And then they were like, "You know what? He killed him." That's what I think. I think it was Garcia that killed Famous, and I mean.
Okay, what about you, Steve? What you think? Who did it?
I think it's Garcia though, because if he was trying to put it on my man Marvin, he was the one on the live things, but I don't think he had nothing to do with it.
I think Marvin's my favorite character in this whole show, man. I think Marvin at this point, Marvin's like carrying the show. Like Marvin and Juke kind of like stole the show. I mean, to me.
Yeah, they the best. They the most interesting characters right now. The most dynamic, to say the least. Yeah, and they got humor. They got everything they bring in. You know, so I do enjoy Marvin as well. I wasn't buying into Marvin did it, but I was thinking Howard. To say Garcia, y'all both kind of threw me off with that. I wasn't expecting that. So then that make him even more of a snake sitting in our house saying what he was saying.
Yeah, that's why when she's like, he did not even care that my son was there when I told you he was missing, because he already knew he was missing.
And she told Garcia to get up out of my house.
I know, right? Yeah, that was messed up. So, what y'all think about Jukebox, Steve? What you think about Jukebox now taking target practice, turning into a killer?
Oh, Jukebox though is gonna end up becoming a cop though when the season all and said and done with. But I could be wrong. But she either much dropped the body.
You think she'll be a cop by the end of the season?
Nah.
Or the end of the show?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, at the end of the show.
Okay.
Remember, she was a DC. She was a DC cop.
Yeah, in
moving around too, though. You know.
In original Power,
yeah,
back in 20.
She was older too, so you know, cops do move around to different stations and stuff.
Yeah, though, because he much Courtney Kemp was in an interview saying that Jukebox character wasn't never supposed to get killed off because they had killed a Nika Brown character, a Nika Cole character out because she had other shows to do.
She's a great actress.
But
a
they
great
could have
actress.
did more. They could have did more with her character.
Yeah, I love her in Dreamgirls.
But the fact that Kanan kills her is kind of crazy, right? Like after all this, like Kanan kills his cousin that he grew up with. That's kind of, I don't know.
For Tariq.
For Tariq, yeah.
Yeah,
Come
that's starting to make it even worse. Yeah, you're right about that. They've been through way too much for Tariq. That's what you gonna do for it. Go like, yeah, that make it even. Now they tried to make him cry, 50 and do all of that, but it just make it seem even harder now.
It's like they're family. They love each other, and you kill them for Tariq. Come on, man. I'm not buying it.
Too at that point.
A Tariq that just betrayed you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, stop.
And he your enemy's son.
Yeah, come on, man.
Right, and at that point, all we knew is Jukebox and Kanan had each other. We didn't see nobody else around, so that was.
I really don't think they should have made Jute. I don't think they should have made Jute and Kanan cousins. Like, after knowing the outcome, you know what I'm saying? Like that makes it almost unbelievable at this point. You know what I'm saying? After he got burned up, he went straight to her, and she like nursed him back to health. Came up with a plan to get Ghost, and then all of a sudden he falls in love with Tariq, and then kills her.
Well, that's going back to what Steve was saying also, that a lot of times writers and stuff, when they make it not a movie, a TV show, a movie is different because you got the beginning, end, and the middle together before you go. Whereas a show, you may start off 1, 2, see, you don't know how long it'll go, what you'll write up next. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
sometimes they don't probably expect, you know what I mean, how it goes.
But they kind of wrote themselves into a corner at that point.
They do. Yeah. They do. And they do that a lot in the Power universe.
Yeah.
And they've taken out a lot of good characters too soon, in my opinion, too. I liked Milan.
Yeah.
He was only like 6 episodes.
I mean, yeah, because Milan didn't like Tommy.
Nah, he outsmarted all of them, though.
Yeah, that was the security. Yeah, that was smart.
That was genius. He learned everything. Had them every. I don't see how they got out of that one, man. That was hard
for real.
Man. That was a hard one, straight up. And they got out of that in 6 episodes.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, bro.
Gina say Jay ain't gonna never let Tariq live. Hell no. He committed the ultimate sin for his mom. For like, that just didn't make sense to me.
That didn't make no sense. He killed his own father. He killed his own father, Ghost.
Right, because you cheated on my mom. What? What?
No, not happening.
No, yeah, that's like brainwashing. Straight up. He was brainwashed by Tasha. So I never liked that. And then
cheated on my mom.
I never like how he be talking about, I'm smarter than Ghost. I'm smarter than him. I'm not gonna do this. What? Shut up.
Yeah.
You started at the top.
He can't fight. You know, he can't fight. Every time you see Tyreek, he always getting his butt handed to him.
Right.
Yeah, Kane's always beating him up.
Yeah, for real. He is the definition of
and Kane don't like Tyreek.
Right. He's the definition of what? What? Growing up on third base thinking you hit a home run or something?
Yeah.
Like, dude, you grew up in the penthouse. Go get to the penthouse.
Your front door was an elevator, dog. Come on.
Right.
Stop it.
Like, come on, man. You don't even know the whole hustler's ambition, the grind that they had to go. You worked backwards. You had money and lost it to sell to go. Like, you's an idiot.
Stupid.
So, yeah, that was horrible. Anyway, what you think about, speaking of somebody stupid, I don't understand this mentality. Maybe y'all can understand. What's up with this little midget Mighty Mouse dude? Why is he trying to backstab Kanan? What's up with that? What's your thoughts on that? Who want to go first?
Dude, he is giving up too much intel about Unique. I mean, about Kane, but he keep his stash at, and then because soon as Kane find out that he gonna end up Kane gonna end up murking him.
But why is he snitching on? Why is he doing that? Why is he a hater? Why is he? I don't
I mean,
understand.
he betrayed it. He's betrayed Kane.
But why
Because
though? Like
and
he
you supposed
said,
to be
money slim. But like what? Neek, he getting paid with Kanan. What? Neek paying him double? We don't know. But
yeah,
like
though,
Neek
because
punking
he
him.
working on both sides. But the dude, I can't think his name right now. The
Digit man,
little doo-wop.
Small fry.
little doo-wop, boy.
Yeah.
Bow wow.
I'm telling you, he is working on both sides though, and he playing Kane in his face.
Yeah.
He playing Kane like a fritter.
I
Working
just
with you.
don't understand why. I don't get it. Slim,
It
you
don't
got
make no sense.
it.
It don't make any sense. It doesn't. Like, but once Unique ran into him at the apartment, he was still alive. We should have known that he was doing something shady. But I think it's money. I think the whole thing about telling that lie about the crew at the basketball court, that was all about money. And yeah, I don't know, man. It's always got to be a backstabber every season. You know, it's got to be a snake every season.
Add to the drama, huh?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like killing up. I'm sorry. This is like not this show, but still the same universe. But killing off. Remember they killed off Angie's nephew all fast and stupid for no reason. Why'd you even bring him?
I mean, yeah, you talking about
Junior.
Your Junior. I mean, all he had to do was keep his mouth shut though while he was trying to go on about the St. Patrick case.
Yeah, but why him bring him into the FBI and have him investigate just to get whacked so easy like that?
In a parking garage.
Yeah, that was whack.
That was whack. Kay told him about Angela. I mean, Tyreek told her, "You ain't nothing. Your dad, my dad, Andrew wasn't shit to me."
We should have saw Paz kill Tariq for that.
He ended up putting a bullet in Junior forehead with that silencer.
Why'd you even bring him in the show if you're gonna smoke him so easy?
I know, right?
Like, why even like, oh, Angie? I'm like, oh shit, it's Angie's nephew, and boom, dead.
Yeah,
no good.
I don't like Paz. I ain't like her character because I'm talking about she's annoying.
Yeah, but she was way more upset about Angie and all of that and Ghost than her own son being gone.
Yeah.
Like you'd have thought she'd have just lost it all completely and went renegade after that. But she
and Blanca Rodriguez either much told Junior, stay out of that.
Hey, I got my girl Gina joining us. Got the first lady of the channel. What's good, Gina? How you doing?
Hi, everybody. How are y'all doing?
What's up, Gina? What's up?
Hello, Gina.
Hey, Slim. It's been a long time.
What's going on? How you been?
I want to talk about OC. I'm good. I want to talk about OC.
Yeah, please tell me, why is this happening? I don't get the mentality.
Kanan slipped pretty much because once OC was left alive after the spot was hit, he wasn't supposed to put him back in that spot. He wasn't supposed to sell him nothing. He wasn't, because why is he still alive?
Great point.
He was supposed to think about that. Like, you only leave somebody alive so that they could go back and give a message, or they could be your spy on the inside. So he was never supposed to put him back in that house.
Right.
So that's where he slips. And now he's following him. My whole thing is, OC could have ended that. Like, he didn't have to work for Neek. He could have ended it because when he got hit, he was supposed to go right to Kanan and let him know, like, oh, this is what happened. He's supposed to describe Neek to a T and let him know, like, oh, this is the person that did it, and he wasn't supposed to go back to that house.
Yeah. That's exactly what I would have did. That's exactly what should have happened. And then he might have had to watch his back or whatever for Neek or whatever, but hey, you still gotta watch. He still gotta watch his back for Neek. Ain't like he got loyalty with Neek. Neek treated him like trash in the car. Get out, get the fuck.
You told him to get the fuck out of my car.
Right.
Somebody, do you have any intention to blow my nose?
Wipe it on your sleeve.
He said it's not. What did he say? It's not allergy. It's not allergies. It's what did he say? Balls? Not balls. Mold.
Hay fever in the mold.
Hay fever. What did he say was wrong with him this week? I forgot what he said. He said something was wrong with him. He was on the phone.
He ate something bad.
Dude,
I mean,
is what's wrong.
And he was sitting there giving up intel to Unique about Kane where he had his money stashed at.
I just can't believe
I'm
this,
telling
man.
you, he's playing Kane. Though is like a fritter. You either much supposed to been working for me, and why would Kane even let him go back to that house? He don't need much. He don't have no idea that Doo-Wop working with Unique and giving him a stash of money. So by the time when Kane find out, we don't even know if he's
paying. We don't even know if Unique is paying Frodo Baggins. We don't even know if he's paying him.
He's not paying him. He's threatening his life. He's not paying him.
That makes it even worse then. I mean, he's selling them out of fear. Like the fear. So if I was him, I would have been afraid of Unique, right? Look at him. He can't fight. He can't do nothing. So I would have been afraid at that first time. But after that, my fear would have made me tell Kanan, hey, we got to watch this dude because he looks
exactly.
And we got to operate different and that's what would have made me do it. I wouldn't have did because he's really by himself now. He can't tell Kanan because then Kanan gonna be like, why you didn't tell me this? What happened? He can't go and get Unique because Unique don't give a damn. He by himself,
But I kind of feel like he does that. Small Fry got he has like Kanan's workers with him because they kind of like paint a picture that Kanan's like not paying his workers properly. So it kind of feels like they're all with the little guy. You know what I mean? That's why they all lie. Like, yeah, it was them. It was them that did it. So Kanan is. I feel like Kanan's alone.
I think they had bad information. I don't think they was lying. I think that's just the word on the street, kind of.
All right. So how come?
Lying? I don't know. Maybe I missed it.
I kind of feel like they made that up because Small Fry told them to lie to get paid. Yeah.
Makes sense, though.
I thought they was lying.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's how I kind of feel.
It makes sense.
Remember earlier in the season, the kids were asking for money.
He didn't give him no money. Where I was like,
he still didn't give him no money.
I was like, he didn't give him no money though.
Yeah, no, he lied to him.
Yeah, you gotta pay your workers.
Yes. Yes.
You gotta pay your workers, especially workers that know too much.
Yes. You can't short your workers, man. That know everything about you.
That's just human nature. You can't do that.
Now Frodo knows where Kanan's stashing his bread at.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad. That's gonna really break Kanan's heart, man, when that money is gone. What was that movie?
What was that movie? Next Day Air, when they stole Ghost's money out of the storage shed. Yeah. That's what's about to happen to Kanan.
For real. I think I told Steve about that movie. He checked it out. Next Day Air is a good movie, man.
It is.
It's a sleeper. It's a sleeper hit. That's what got Ghost the job on Power.
Pretty much.
Anyway, moving on. What y'all think about Mom Dukes? Gina, we ain't heard from you too much yet. I'll let you answer first. What you think about Mom asking Lulu to go ahead and take her out? What should she do? Should she just stop and take it like a woman, or do it herself, or just shut up, or what?
Yeah, that lady is despicable because her hands still work. It's like if you do really want to go to sleep, you can do it yourself. She got it already. The needle is right there. Everything is right there. You could do it yourself. The fact that she wants to put her children through this, it makes her even more ain't nothing mother. And it's ridiculous because look what you did to them, through their life. and now you want them to kill you? That's crazy.
Dude,
Yeah.
she one of the worst mothers in the Power universe. And then
That's a
Yes.
bad list.
dude, it did like I was when Inga was live today, and I was they said that she George Thomas, she really need to get up out of here. Please don't do no more episode. And then you got Mars gonna attack me talking about watch him out for us. I told him, wait a minute. I said I told him Joyce Thomas don't add no value to this show, and she don't add no principles to this show.
Who you tell this to?
DeMarcus Vaughn, because he came in and attacked me.
When was this?
This was in Inga Live.
Oh,
I
you
told
talking about
him, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know what you was talking about, man. My bad. I'm like,
Yeah, because
what?
I had told him, I said, George Thomas don't add no value to this show because look how she treated her kids. Because first she had cooked the bird up toast and eggs for Lulu. He throws that in the trash. And she cooked that burned up roast.
Burn up toasted eggs, bro. So she can't
Yo.
cook. Get rid of her. All
Yeah,
right.
though, and then and trying to convince Marvin to stick that needle in her arm. And you know Marvin, you know he wasn't finna do that. So she told my
That was
Marvin,
horrible.
you sorry. And he walked out the room.
Yeah, that was despicable. Slim.
She's definitely a trashy mother for that. But I'm glad you brought that up because I think that she asked Marvin, she asked Lou, Kanan's gonna kill her. Watch. Kanan's gonna do it for her.
And I thought Rock gonna end up letting her suffer. Rock gonna end up suffering pain.
Nah, Rock ain't gonna do it, man. No way.
I feel like if Kanan was to do it, it would be out of love for the fact that he don't want her to suffer. She'll probably throw it on thick, like, "Oh, I'm in so much pain, and you know, it's nothing left for me. I'm just suffering."
And
that's the only way I see him doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, no, like she should not be asking them to do that.
Who would do that to the kids? Who would even ask the kids to do something like that?
Nah,
I know.
So like, for me, like when I had them type of thoughts, I had when I first was injured, going through a lot. I wouldn't necessarily, I believe that if you do that, you know where you're going automatically. So
that's why she don't want to do it. She don't want to do it herself.
That is probably why. That's really weak though, because in a way you're trying to think that, but you're doing it still if you're telling somebody else to do it. So like you saying, well, I didn't do it, God. They did it, but you made them or asked them.
God, it was Marvin that did this to me, not me.
Exactly. That's like why we blame Hitler for the war and not each soldier. You know what I'm saying? He directed it. You know what I mean? So anyway, my main thing, as well as that, is my personal belief. I wouldn't want my son to find me. You know what I'm saying? Dead. Yeah. I'm there. And then he got that image of finding that I did that or seeing that, and that's in their head. The rest, I don't want not
for life.
Yeah. Now taking it a step and saying, could you do it to me? Whoa. Yeah. That's a whole nother level. Like I didn't even want to do that to myself, and then they see my son or child see that and then think of or have that memory, because as a person, when you see certain stuff, you can't unforget it. You can't get it out your head. You know what I mean? So like I wouldn't want to do that, because not only will I be doing it to me, I'm doing something to somebody else too. You know what I mean? And of course your family or your mama or whatever, but they grown, but to a certain extent anyway. Her being the mama and doing that, what made me really mad is she said she's dying and she mad about it, that everybody else get to go on and this and that. That's because people don't realize you are the star of your show in your life. Everybody, all of us are the most important person in our life. Like we got kids and stuff, but you are still you. Like you think you're this or that, not like you this or that, but you're you. So like she's saying, you see everybody else moving around in life. I felt that way, but I also understand, like, JFK or the president, anything can happen. The world keeps going. So like when a person going through stuff, you may feel like it's the worst time in the world, like what I was saying about Famous Mama having to get on the bus.
That was
After seeing-
horrible.
Yeah, but
I
like
mean, that was horrible
the
though, because
world is
Famous,
going on though, but you just saw the worst thing in the world, and you said it's like you want to tell everybody stop. Like, no, don't ride nobody, don't do nothing. Like, but that's not how life works. It's like hard, and so
and
like,
Famous Mama, and Famous Mama, man, that was stupid what she did. Went in that boy room and took that gun out of there and turned it into the police.
man, that was idiot. But like
His gun's got a body on it.
with
Yeah,
Joyce,
and his handprints either much been on. He ain't had no gloves on. Famous ain't had no gloves. That's the same gun he went over to Panama house and borrowed a gun to shoot Freddie with in the apartment.
yeah. See what Joyce
And then
Thomas
and even
is
she's the
thinking is
reason
like
why though.
a narcissist way of thinking. You know, as in like, well, this is happening to me, so nobody else should move on.
And he
Mhm.
should have had sense to left with Jessica. Famous should have had enough sense to left with Jessica to LA. He probably still would have been alive. He could have did his music business.
Mhm.
But you either much troll the street life.
Yeah. But
Yeah, what y'all think
Okay,
about
so
that?
can I ask a question? Oh, go ahead, Slim.
you go,
I was gonna say, what y'all think about that fool B-Rilla about to rob his balls?
I knew he was gonna do that. I knew he was gonna do that when Gelson told him, "Oh, I keep money in my house."
that was such
Oh.
I knew he was gonna do that because why? Like that was stupid. Gelson was
Yes.
stupid. He deserves to get robbed. Because
yeah.
why would you tell like he went to jail for robbery? That's
why
what he
I
was
don't
in
think-
jail for.
That's why I
So
don't
why
think
would you
that
tell a
was
thief you
realistic.
keep money in your house?
Yeah.
That's why I don't think that was realistic. That was some stuff writers put in so that we could have this come up. Because dude was been scared of dude. I think.
Mm-hmm.
He a little white Jewish record executive with money. He ain't got this or that. You dealing with a genre you really don't understand, rappers, and then they in jail, out of jail, and you over here talking about you hear me out. Nope. And then you telling them you got this and that. He wouldn't have, I don't think he would have did that, but it make for good TV. But that was crazy.
Yeah.
It didn't make
Man,
no
that was
sense.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, he deserve it. But here's the
Mhm.
thing, though. So we could all say that part, but are they going to make it that he gets whacked in the process? Something go wrong and he get whacked, or are they going to make it they get away with it and nobody knows? I mean, they ain't going to get away with it in my book. I think dude going to end up whacked, which is going to cause a whole cascade of problems. Hell, maybe Sexual Chocolate may think Lulu was in on it. Who knows? What you think on that one, Gina?
I feel like it was only a matter of time before B Rilla was gonna make that move, especially him being in the studio with Lou and Lou saying he wasn't feeling those rhymes. Then when he goes to the baby mom, she like, "Oh, you just bought diapers." So he's feeling like I ain't got no music in the street. I gotta make this move. I feel like it's gonna come back though. Like I don't think they're gonna get away with that.
That's a good point that we all in the world should be aware of our energy and what we say to people and stuff. I try to be aware of that. Sometimes things happen. I'm talking with people with my dad and I get upset, and I'm trying to work on that because it's not always that conversation that's what's bothering me. So like it wasn't the music that was bothering Lulu. It's that he don't want to hear about shooting and killing after
Right.
he got killed.
Yeah.
But oh, dude, I ain't feeling it. He ain't explained. So in dude mind, I'm about to lose my stuff. I need to make a move. And he put out the wrong energy instead of saying, hey, look, I like it. My partner got killed. I don't really want to hear this. But then that's me, and I ain't got to explain all that. What I need to tell him all that for? I ain't about to do. So then you got this. So, and then, you know, in a way, you see how energy, we think, like in the Bible, not that I'm a preacher, but they talk about that tongue, boy, what you say.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We don't think about it as much. We talk about freedom of speech as if it don't have a cost, but it do. He put that wrong energy and do without doing it on purpose. And maybe people think he doing something good by saying, let's make music without no more killing. Let's go back to De La Soul or something.
Yeah.
But dude in his mind ain't hear that, you know, so Damn, I didn't even think about that part that Lulu said that to him, but that did kind of put that
Yeah.
battery in his
Yeah,
back.
no,
Huh?
because with
Mm-hmm.
Lulu, he not eating much in the game, because when he the much got out of rehab though, he the much cleaned his self up, and then he turned back into a normal person. So and Lulu ain't a cold killer
Yeah.
All right,
He
like
wasn't in
this is
the
what I
right
got.
like Marvin
headspace. He wasn't
Rocky.
in the right headspace.
Yeah.
But I'm telling, I'm seeing this next episode. Though now he ain't got no choice but to get back in the game, because you
Well,
see he got that strap.
he want revenge.
Yeah,
What's up with
he want revenge for Famous.
What's
But
up?
I mean, dude, they gonna need enough. They gonna need, Rock don't have no soldiers, don't have no connecting, no suppliers. So she gonna need Brillo to even join in with her to take out Unique and his armed soldiers.
Nee, who?
She gonna need Bree really to get on her side to help out.
Oh,
I could be wrong though.
I don't know if Rock and Be Real may work together. I didn't see that coming.
Be Real's gonna get smoked in the robbery, but
I didn't think about that too. I'm thinking, oh boy, what if
yeah.
old boy Blast Be Realer? He probably got
Hey,
a 357 in that.
I
Hey, I wouldn't put it past him.
I was gonna say, what's up with the chick that Lou worked with? He smashes once, now she's his girl now? What you mean? Whose earrings is this? None of your damn business. They're not yours.
I don't
Right.
trust her.
She had to go read and say Jess. Why she had, boy, I forgot people used to write
So
that.
what?
And she
Right?
asked him about Jessica.
You told me you offered many of people to look at your record collection. So why are you worried about who I'm in here with?
Right. I'm Howard Stern. I play plenty records.
You ain't my mama. You ain't my mama.
And
What
you
mean?
ain't but my manager.
You know, women be emotional when they open up that record.
You my coworker. Don't be asking me who's in my studio during my session.
I let you put your needle on my record.
When I saw her sitting in the studio, I was like, this nigga took her to the studio.
I didn't think nothing of it.
I knew that was going to come back on him. Yeah.
Why? He smashed once. He smashed once. It's like, that's his girl now?
Here's the
right,
thing.
but he told her that's done and over with. Me and Jess done and over with.
Yeah.
It was at the time.
But she needs to think, they did have something going on before. And now Famous is deceased. So now she's back in town. Those emotions are high and they're going to comfort each other because they both missing Famous. She not thinking that right now. She just upset like, oh, we just laid down and now you laying down with her.
I don't know why. I don't know why the writers though I don't know why the writers brought back Jessica off in that story with Lulu. She just should have stayed in LA where she at, but she came back in the storyline because she trying to see what happened to her brother Famous, because they had put him down.
We might see Lulu go out there to Cali with him. What y'all think about when Lulu returned the jewelry? I thought he was gonna say something smart. I'm surprised he ain't say nothing smart at all.
He still love that girl.
He do, don't he? He ain't say nothing smart at all. I thought he was gonna say something smart. I would have. But then again, she leaving tomorrow. So what's the point?
Yeah. Why did they really kill Famous off screen? Is it like a contract issue or something? Because something's not right. But you killed him.
Did him and 50 Cent either much cross path? Did 50 Cent and Famous the one cross path? Because he done took some off Instagram, Antonio Ortiz.
He took it off Instagram. I'm about to look and see.
But why did they kill him off screen? He's been in such a bigger part of the show where he deserves an on-screen death. We
ain't never either much get a chance to see Famous either much go to jail in this season, because all we seen was Flash back him and his parents.
It had to be about money, because you don't kill a main character, a semi-main character off screen.
And Famous was funny. He was Famous was funny in this show. Because Famous was
Yeah, he was goofy. He was the comedic relief.
Yeah, but
He
to
got a
kill
big
him off
tat on
screen is
his
like,
chest.
why?
That's
Oh
a big,
wow.
I know, right?
I mean, they could have just
All
built
that
his
Philly.
character up. They could have built his character up.
Somebody put R.I.P. Why, bro? R.I.P. Famous.
I'm just saying, it just seemed strange to me.
Somebody,
That's like if they killed Terrence Howard, not Terrence Howard, my bad. Omar Epps off screen. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I feel like if something did happen behind the scenes, the way that he's going about it now, he should keep his mouth shut because then that way he could get more work.
that's
Because
true.
nobody likes when you come out blasting your mouth and you running chatty, all of that. So if
That's
something did happen, it's better for him to move like this.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Although I am upset about that because me personally, when the show first started, I felt like, yeah, he gonna die. It's gonna happen at some point. I did not think it was gonna happen this soon though.
Off
But when I
screen.
did see, when I did see the trailer, the promotional pictures for it, I never saw him. So I
I
remember
said,
I was having a conversation with you, Jay, and I was like, oh, the picture came out, promoting it. They got snaps and pops. Like these people just came around. Where's Famous?
Yeah, though, because and then for real, you got Kane much working with Snaps and Pops, and then look, Snaps and Pops though they don't care nothing about Kane because that they don't have his best heart of interest. They only looking out for themselves.
this boy got some big ass eyebrows.
That's what I was about to say. It looked like he colored them Jones in. Like,
Boy, they must have trimmed him down for the show. It's somebody on here said, "Can't believe I'm really grieving the loss of Famous and the ninja who play him in real life somewhere living it up. I called off work because I'm sad as hell. Nigga, come hold me." You called off work. This dude ain't, man. Come on
they
now.
killed him off screen, bro. Like, you didn't even
That
see him.
last week episode though, that had me in my feelings.
He
I
got
was
a
sad.
Benz truck.
Why? It was just two light skinned arms underneath the mattress. You don't even know.
You know what's crazy? Because I got my TV on the wall and I sit on my bed. I did not see the hand until I watched it on my phone because I was watching it back after the fact. But I saw the kid's horrified face and I was like, oh my goodness.
Hey,
Then when I played it on my phone, I was like, oh shit, a hand?
Yeah, that's it.
No. Hey, these pants are super tight though. Good grief. Hey,
Wow.
he doing all right. He rolling in the G-Wagon with the Starry Night in the ceiling. Shoot, them power checks cleared pretty nice.
Yes, sir. He's definitely eating shrimp and steak.
Boy, I don't know about these Converse boot things, but they probably wasn't cheap. Anyway,
But I like him. I hope he is able to go further in his career and, pick up another show.
So this is him. AJ.
Oh yeah, it's on
Ortiz.
TikTok, and they got it on TikTok too.
He said, "This was an incredible journey from the very beginning. I was blessed to be given this opportunity. I was able to work with some of the most amazing people on an amazing project for an amazing period of time. They say film is forever, so I say add Famous to the history books. To those who gave me this chance, I am forever grateful. To the fans that love the show and the character I love, all y'all right back. This wouldn't be possible without you. Thank you so much for showing me I made an impact on the show, enough at least for y'all to miss me. Trust and believe I'll be missing y'all right back. Forever Famous." That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's really
That was good.
I like that. That was dope. I like that, because every character on every show ain't memorable. I mean, shit, ain't nobody remembering my scene.
I do. Rojas.
Although I was at a China buffet and a lady did recognize me, which was
really?
Okay.
Yeah, you said really? Yeah, I said.
No, I'm just saying, like in Chicago and shit.
No, I'm in Indianapolis.
I thought you were in Chicago.
Nah, I live in Indianapolis now.
Oh, now okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because Power Rangers Ken ain't gonna be the same without Famous though with his character on there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, man, that is true
Wait,
about.
hold up. What's up with your character, bro? Are they gonna bring you back?
They might do me like Famous, man.
Oh,
hey man, it ain't always
Yeah,
a
though,
negative
I
thing.
mean, yeah,
Ain't
though,
no dispute.
power.
Sometimes they just decide to write what they write, you know. But hey,
they can bring you back down the line, like as a twist. Like, yeah, Mel, I remember you. Yeah, he wants his revenge. Like in jail, like from the he was in the first scene. Like
J-Mo, did you meet 50 Cent in person?
nah, he wasn't there. But what I would say is I'm working on with some other people to maybe do my own like Raising Rojas for YouTube.
Raising Rojas.
Oh, okay.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, write like 10-minute shorts and put them up, and then it just be like 10-minute little bootleg, you know what I mean, movie videos. And hey,
wait, before jail, before or after jail?
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe after getting out.
Or you know what would be dope, bro? If you incorporate everything that you're doing, that what's going on with the show. You know what I'm saying? Like you still want to get your revenge on what's his name? The bald-headed black dude. I don't watch Tommy's show like that, bro.
Diamond, yeah. Diamond Samson.
Yeah, Samson. Yeah. So that'd be crazy.
You talking about Jannard?
Not Jannard.
I'd have to do something without none of them because I ain't paying them no money.
You talking about Diamond?
I had to do something with people that nobody heard of because I ain't hiring them. Be paying them no damn South Union wages. I be hiring some people y'all ain't heard of and be like, "Where's no name Martinez? He don't have my money. He don't know how to act either."
Rojas, half black and half Puerto Rican or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You can hook it up, bro. You can do it.
Bitch. Need my money. Let's switch it up.
Yo, I think that'd be a good idea, man.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm working on it.
Some Rojas.
Hopefully a couple
Okay,
days
can I say something before I lose it? Okay, so originally I thought that because the song was popular and it was on the radio, it was gonna be Freddie's crew. I believe these guys that they did not have nothing to do with it. Because the way that Juke scared the hell out of them, they didn't have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
It was the cops.
But if it's going to be, through the cops, I don't think that it's Howard. I think that it would definitely be Garcia. Because the way that he treated the mom, it's like, what the hell? Like when I was watching it last week, I'm like, what the hell is his problem? She's standing there, she's, talking to you and saying like, oh, you kept on telling me to come back. Like my son is missing. He like, oh, he a fugitive. Like we got a warrant out for his arrest. I feel like maybe he pushed too hard trying to get the information about Kanan and the family. And he was going on for what Captain said, like, oh, we got to figure this out before I'm out the door. So I feel like it would be Garcia if that's true that the cops had something to do with it.
Oh my God! I just put them together.
Because Howard was already out. Remember, Howard was already out by the time they picked up Famous. Because that's why the captain came in there. He already took his badge and he was like, "Oh, what you know about Howard? He got you off."
Yeah, though, because Detective Howard, though, wanting to bring down Marvin, though, to put him in jail, so Detective Rap for him, so he can either much get his job back, and Rock wasn't gonna let that happen.
Slim.
What if it was the captain that killed him?
Go on.
Yeah, it's somebody there. It gotta be. Because remember, the captain, that's gonna be, he's almost out the door.
Well, why would he want to investigate then? He would just say, leave it alone.
Remember, he was he was trying to clear Howard's name and all that other nonsense.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's trying to find out. Well, he want to find out what happened to Howard. He didn't say find out what happened to Famous.
No, but he was talking about clearing Howard's name, basically. But what if Famous is like, yo, remember Famous was talking to the cops like, he knew something about some dirty cops, and he's, you know what I mean, telling other dirty cops, and they end up smoking his dumb ass. That's what I think.
That's a good one, man.
Famous had ratted to get out of jail.
He was trying to, but he was talking about dirty cops, and he told other dirty cops that end up beating his ass and killing him.
See, what I had thought, because I always try to think of a counter argument, and then if it don't check out, then that can make more sense. So when you said that, I was thinking, well, why would the captain do that? But the captain didn't say to investigate Famous. He said to clear Howard's name, like you said. So then if he did say that, it does make sense, you know, and Garcia and them, they kind of bumping into this Famous thing. I don't think Garcia did it, to be honest. I could see the captain maybe doing it.
That's crazy, yo.
I think Garcia, when he talking to Famous mama like this, all of those conversations, I think he's being legit though. I just think he an asshole maybe, or
he's a jerk.
Yeah, he may be.
I think he's a dirty
things.
cop. He's a dirty cop. He the next one need to get taken out.
Yeah, but I do think he is legitimately asking her for information. He just barking up the wrong tree, thinking she knows something or whatever. But I think he is trying to figure that out. The captain don't know he's on this branch of Famous now, probably. You know, he's like, hey, man, you supposed to be finding out about Howard. What you investigating this little Mexican boy, a Puerto Rican boy for? If he found out, you know what I'm saying? So...
What wasn't it the FBI? Was it the FBI or Internal Affairs that was investigating the Howard?
Internal Affairs.
Okay, so because they can't just introduce some random cop that we haven't seen. Think about it. They can't just introduce some random cop that we haven't seen that killed Famous. So it has to be one that we've seen. Either it's Howard, Garcia, or the captain.
That would make more sense to me.
Yeah.
Now, of course, they can say because we haven't seen him, that don't mean he ain't been working on the force and in the building, of course. But it just wouldn't make sense to the viewer to then write in the backstory that this dude did it. We don't know where he came from, what he do, what would his motive be, you know?
Yeah. And
then also, he wasn't trying to investigate Famous. I think he was looking for Famous because they thought maybe he may have popped Howard, I think.
Or they just feel like Famous knew too much dirt about Howard, and they don't want to. I mean, they already besmirched his name out on the streets, the internal affairs and all. So, you know what? I don't know. But I can't wait to see.
CR22 in the comments, he say killers get introduced after the fact all the time. What you mean they can't? Well, they can. It just don't make sense.
They don't. That's all. I'm just trying to make sense. That's all.
Yeah, they could. It just.
I feel like it won't make sense to us because I feel like that's where whatever happened ended up happening. I feel like Famous was already supposed to come back this season, but whatever happened, and so they had to scrap that other storyline. Because remember, when he was in the station, he was like, I want a lawyer. I ain't got a damn thing to say to you. Get up out my face. He wasn't going to snitch. He wasn't going to snitch. But now, since Antonio's not on the show no more, they got to spin the storyline another way.
Yes.
I don't feel like they would have went with this storyline originally. Is whatever ended up happening. That now we in this tailspin.
Money. They gave him the money.
But I like the way that they're doing it though, because like now it takes it into a whole new direction. I don't know. But I don't think it was Howard though, because if we going by the timeline, Famous was in the station, Howard was with Rockin' them, and he already got his badge taken.
Yep, he got his badge
Unless
by that captain. I can't think of the captain name on this show, so
big head. No,
yeah,
but let me say, Petite Delight 87 in the comments say Howard. The thing with Howard is that him and Famous both either was alive the same day or had to go out the same day.
Yeah,
that's the thing with me. Like they both went missing. Howard had to do that like in the morning that day or something, or the day before. Like they timelines are close. I don't know. Am I off on that or what?
No, you're not off because it's the same time. Because
That's what I'm
Famous
thinking.
been missing for the 3 months, and Howard died 3 months ago.
Yeah, yeah.
But his
Yeah, because Howard
badge,
got killed
before
in
the
the White
captain
House.
walks in there and said, Famous, how you connected to Howard? Like, what's going on here? Because Howard had got Famous out of the gym. He already took his badge, and Howard was with Rock.
Right.
So how would he have gotten Famous? It's out of like Slim said, the captain. Jay said he don't feel like it's Garcia. I don't know. Maybe it's the coldness that Garcia is giving off that I feel like it could possibly be him. But I'm willing to say that it could be the captain too. But I don't think it was Howard.
I think Garcia is being honest when he's talking to them. Now, I don't think he's doing like how Rock was talking to D Wiz mama, knowing she the one who left him and did that. I don't think he's doing that. But I think he's cold, but I don't think he's doing that. I don't know.
Cold, talking to his mama after you know you got him killed.
Yeah. I think he used to dealing with too many people on the street too much. And you know, he probably see everybody as bad, or you know, this dude probably was full of it, but I'll still try to find out what happened to him. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, you know. It's plenty of time. So yeah, it's a close one. The problem with Garcia for me is he's just so new out of nowhere this season to think that he could have did that. I don't get his motivation. What somebody told him, what Howard told him, but we never saw them as friends or nothing. So I think they'd have to do a lot of backfilling.
Yeah, they do a lot of just dead, just stop storylines. So what happened with Burke? Like her murder, and her dad just stopped investigating it after, you know what I'm saying? They stopped that storyline, and I kind of feel like, all right, so what was Unique's brother's name again? I can't.
Ronnie.
Ronnie.
All right, Ronnie. So Ronnie just gets smoked and nobody cares. Like, I
don't think it'd be too many people cared about, right? But the problem with that is that he's next to a cop. So that's a big problem. What are they doing? Who did it? It's two different guns that did each of them. You know what I'm saying? It was close. And see, you can tell all this from forensics, and I just know this from watching stuff. They can tell that they bodies they wasn't blocking or surprised. Yeah, so that means they knew the people because they was standing there, and then it was close, and then I caught off guard. What are they doing? A deal? That would have been a big investigation.
Yeah, man. And they just like, oh well, Howard's dirty. That's that. Yeah. Who cares about Burke, his partner, who was smoked 2 seasons ago, and her father just stopped looking into it.
They cleaned that up now that I think about it, because they did try to have her girlfriend try to investigate, and she even came to the pops, and he was like, "Stop! I don't want no more of this. You bringing up this and that, and da. Just leave it alone." So he wanted to leave it alone. He was old.
You're right. I forgot about that. You're right.
And then they did make that look like she did herself. So that was an uphill climb to push. Whereas Howard and dude laying there, they couldn't have both did that. All right, look here, we're gonna do ourselves on 3.
Yeah.
You know, that ain't what happened. So that right there was that's really difficult.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, that's hard to explain.
It's super hard to explain. Like, come on, man. No investigation. You just, all right, the cop was dirty. We're not even gonna say anything about the guy that just got out of prison. You know what I'm saying? In there with a dead cop. You know, come on, man.
Yeah.
And then Unique, but wait, I thought Unique, didn't he strip Unique butt naked and throw him down the hill? I don't remember Unique.
No, he threw him down there in his clothes.
Yeah.
In his clothes? Okay. I thought he was butt naked.
No.
That is funny. You talking about you got to get rid of him for real. Butt naked. out here.
And why would he even think that Rock had anything to do with his brother? They were fighting. What that had to do with him? The whole fight started over. The whole fight started over Ronnie telling Unique's girl that he was smashing Rock. So why would she be setting me up to get beat up and killed by my brother? What? That don't even make any sense. Stop it, bro. Come on with something different. That's
like that either.
That's dumb.
See, at first they played it that he had some type of brain damage, and old boy was putting in his head that Rock may have had something to do with it as a theory. But now he got himself together. Why is he still believing that when he know what happened?
Yo, when he was about to die on the bed, he's like, Rock, I love you. Now that's all gone. Like, what? Come on, man.
Because his brain is on another frequency now. Remember in the previous seasons, he was like, oh yeah, that chick done set up mad dudes. And then when his girl, Vanessa King, she was like, bitch, you set up Zefcon, you set up this. So he pillow talked to her. That's how he feels. She set up dudes. So now that he comes back and he's like, hold on, the Chinese spots was my shit. That was me. And she said that she was out of the game. And now she posted up in my spot. Yeah, she gotta go.
You were dead. You were dead. You were supposed to be dead.
Right.
He don't see it like that though.
Right. True. So yeah, he definitely confused.
Because she told him she was out.
And he
don't know. Yes, she was. He don't know. Oh, the cops was pressing her. That mall strip thing that she bought wasn't making no money. She had to get back in.
What happened?
If he were,
I forgot all about that damn strip mall.
Yo, if it was reality, right? So if you're smashing something, right, and you just survived a near-death experience, you're gonna go to the person that you just said you loved when you thought you were dying, right? She would have been the first person he went to.
That's normal men actions.
Yes. Instead of like, oh wait, she's against me. I'm gonna kill the lawyer. I'm gonna kill the Chinese delivery man. I'm gonna kill like. Come on, man.
I think what messed him up actually is that he probably wanted to come and get revenge with his brother, and then when he came and saw him dead. And then he did, because we saw the scene where he see Rock and Kanan and them leaving the scene.
Now, how did he know that was revenge for him?
He don't know. I'm just saying that's probably
that could have been revenge for Ronnie killing him.
That's what I would have thought.
You know what I'm saying?
But I guess he's confused, maybe because that's his brother still, or he wanted to do it, or he don't know what happened. Was they all working together this whole time and trying to do this? I'm just trying to play devil's advocate on that.
I feel you.
For his behalf, maybe. But it is a nice uphill climb for him doing that. But
because he's a bunch of because Unique don't remember nothing, because I mean his memory ain't there, so he don't even much know what he doing in this show. Because he think Ron got something to do with it.
Well, at first, but didn't he tell somebody something? He said, "I know who tried to kill me" or something. Didn't he say that?
Said it to the
when he was talking to Early. He know Ronnie was the one that roughed him up.
Exactly.
And tried to kill him.
Yeah, because
but when he sent Early out and he was like, and Early went out and he was like, "Oh, your brother working with Rock's son," and Rock posted up. He like, wait, what? She said that she was out the game.
Yep.
She said that she was out.
Either much, you got a Unique over there. Got putting money in Vanessa mail. Box.
You know what? That was the dumbest thing, because I'm gonna say this right now. Vanessa pissed me off, and I like her, but she got on my nerves. And the only reason why she is able to still walk around when she's popping up to Rock House is because Rock still got love for Unique. He don't want to take the baby. She don't want to take the baby moms out.
And Unique don't love. He don't even much love his baby mama. He ain't even much with her. But Unique love Rock.
this is what I want to say.
Yeah,
I feel like she's a damn fool to not know that he's still alive, because who else you think putting the money in your mailbox? Now, okay, she went to Rock and said, "Is this you?" And she was like, "No." My whole thing is, Nick didn't have no crew no more. Warrell was gone. After Warrell was gone, who you think would be coming through and giving you money like that? He didn't have nobody. He worked for her.
It's not Publishers Clearinghouse.
You should think like, oh yeah, my man still got to be alive. He's still looking out for us, because who else is gonna do it?
Right.
Nobody.
She thought.
And when she said that, I was thinking about it. When Rock said like, oh, he had a lot of friends, this, that, and the third. He really didn't have nobody left. Warrell was gone. I feel like that would have been the only person I would have still looked out for her and her son.
Boy, I love me some Gina, boy. She got
dudes don't understand that, like, yeah, you could be rolling with somebody thick as thieves. When you go up top or you go under, they're gonna put on a shirt, they're gonna be like, free you, but they are not gonna take care of your family.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna
unless they're a stand-up dude. Like, if they're not stand-up, they definitely not gonna take care of the family. So I don't understand why she would have that in her head.
I forgot all about Warrell, Gina. You was on that. Publishers Clearinghouse.
But I did like him standing in the kitchen, though. He looked good.
Wait a minute, you talking about Royal, the one unique right hand man?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because he was the one that got Rock bus stolen.
Hey, so we coming about the last 5 minutes before we wrap it up tonight. I'm gonna ask each of y'all, what do you think for the next episode? Steve, we started off with you since you what do you think for the next episode? We see Unique confront Rock in the kitchen. He trying to get the plans together. What's happening?
Unique say he taking everything back, and but I mean, dude, Rock just getting slapped around though, everywhere. Just like left to right, left hook. It did, because I mean, and she don't even much know he killed them Chinese and robbed them and stole that product. She don't know that.
That's a good
and
point.
then she don't either much know that Unique was the one trying to destroy her business, and now Unique was trying to work with Fields, and then so he tried to because he talking about Unique said, I need me a crew though, because I don't either much have no soldiers with me, and then Fields was not buying into none of it, what Unique was saying.
So you think he gonna put it together the next episode? You think Rock and him? What's gonna happen?
Yes, because Unique gonna end up having some soldiers, because Rock though don't have no army with him. The only person who she have on her side is Marvin. So Lulu ain't got no choice to step up and get in the game.
Slim, what's up? We saw Rock was shook at the end of that episode, but what you think gonna go down this next episode? Lulu gonna get his hands dirty and find out what's happened to Famous. What's up with Juke and Kanan? It's a lot of little storylines going on. What you think we gonna see next episode?
If it was reality, soon as she saw him, she would drop them bricks right in the kitchen and get smashed right on the fridge, right? Because she was smashing him before he went missing and died, allegedly. And then,
she had nothing to do with it.
She had nothing to do with it. And I kind of feel like it's kind of like, I'm not going to say lazy, but come on, man. Y'all got to, instead of recycling Unique as a villain, they already were villains in the first season. They're recycled. They come. What's the fat dude from The Wire and the other dude and his wife? Make them the villain or something. Why recycle Unique as a villain and in ways that it really don't really make sense for him to even be mad? And that's just my opinion. I don't know what's going to happen, because it's just at this point I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what a storyline gonna drag out, because and then after episode 7, we supposed to be going on a break.
Can we agree that this is the weakest season?
I like it, Slim.
It's moving slow.
Yeah, because you know how the writers is, they write this storyline in slower pace.
Yeah,
I get it, but I thought season 1 was better. Season 2 was better.
And it probably go back to the same thing like they did at the end of episode 10. They showed us Unique was sitting in the car, and then he gets out of going to building. He was standing over his brother.
I thought last season was way better than this. I think it's missing something. They went back to the same flashbacks in episode 10 of season 3 last year. Yeah, because Famous didn't re-sign the contract or whatever. But I really don't know what to expect. But I hope it gets a little bit more action instead of just Unique shooting up one of their spots or shooting somebody that that's affiliated with them. I don't like the whole Unique beef because they were such a good place before he got beat up by his brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't like making him the villain.
Yeah, because they're trying to make Unique the running 2.0 villain, and they giving his characters a vibe.
Yeah,
Ever since the writers and the writers, the production crew, and Sean Penn, they done bought him back in is a different character, so not as the same character as Unique like he was in season 1 and season 2 and 3.
I don't know. I wish they would have just made a different villain other than Unique, because remember what happened to when when the Italians came at Rock South Side and then they're smashing.
Yeah, I wanted them to stay working together.
Yeah, it was better. It was better that way.
Yeah, and then they was building storylines that with Rock and Unique love romancing together in the end because he was sweet talking Rock in the kitchen.
And then he gets beat up a little bit. And then now all of a sudden he's back to he didn't hate her this much in the first season when they were really warring. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I don't know. That's just how I feel. But I don't know.
Jamal said they turned him into Marvin. Gina, what you think about next episode? That was funny. He got the sweaters like Marvin now too.
I agree. I wanted them to stay working together and be a couple. I did want them to be the king and queen, but I'm gonna pick Neek every time because we all know how I feel about Rock. But I think the show is good. Like, I feel like I said, things behind the scenes went down and they, doing what they can. I feel like the story would have been a whole different way. But I like this story. I like it. Besides the fact that Unique and Rock, beefing and Famous is gone. Other than that, like, we getting Juke. Evil Juke.
Because even much at the end of the season, though Marvin, I hate to say, he could end up going to jail, though, or take the rap Jukebox.
I don't think this show can survive without Marvin.
His gun too.
Yeah, because even much what happened at that hotel with him and Borash end up fighting. He end up cutting him in a right arm.
They ain't even brought that up.
They said it was a robbery.
They ain't even much investigate that. And Jukebox came in and saved them.
I don't think this show can afford to lose. This show's kind of weird without Famous. Now, if you lose Marvin, I can't see this show going on, man.
Dude, if Power Rangers can lose Marvin, that is going to be a biggest blow to this show.
You can't do that. Not without killing the show.
I wouldn't want to lose Marvin. I think he's one of the best characters. He's funny as well as he bring a little dynamic. He's the most, dynamic in a way because we don't see Rock laugh or, do too much. I mean,
he's my favorite character.
Yeah,
because Marvin was the one. I mean, back in season 1, he was the one that saved the Lulu in the crossfire twice, and came back and saved Kanan when Unique. Those soldiers came in and robbed the stash house.
That was.
I do love Marvin.
I love Marvin.
But I think we're gonna lose them.
I started liking Marvin's character more.
Lulu's just so depressing. He just makes me so depressed. Like, my name is Marvin and I'm an alcoholic. I mean, my name is Lulu and I'm an alcoholic. I'm like, man, what a quitter.
Lulu in the street.
So wait, what are y'all saying? Y'all would rather Lou go than Marvin?
Me personally, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
What do y'all think about this comment before we get up out of here? M. Nelly said Jukebox definitely killed Famous.
Absolutely not. No way.
I don't think that she did that. You didn't see the emotion that she had when she was sitting there by herself.
Yeah, she even read
She
that
stopped herself from crying and got the gun. Like, she wants revenge. She wants to know. And if Kanan wasn't there to stop her, I feel like she said, if one of them did it, they all did it, and we dropping all four.
Hey.
She loved things.
That's like the end. This is the end of their childhood for real. Their best friend is gone.
Right. No, I don't
like everybody is like, oh yeah, Kanan felt, some heartbreak, but Juke too. They all came up from kindergarten.
Yeah.
From the sandbox. And now he's gone too. Like, I don't feel like she did that.
Yeah.
All because Stars couldn't come up with a contract for Fame.
Is that actually proven, or is that what people are saying?
I'm just assuming that. I'm assuming that. No, you don't kill a character off screen.
Because I've heard people say that a few times. I didn't see or know, but
if you don't kill a character like that has been, established in the show off screen, come on, man. No. And then you use flashbacks from previous footage. Yes, there was definitely some type of issue. Like, all right, but Joey Badass
gotta pay him for that flashback just so people.
True, but not as much as if he actually shot it. That, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, possibly true.
And then I guess that's why Unique didn't do the season last season, because he had something to do. So that's why they kind of killed him off and then brought him back, because I think he said, I've seen him say that he was on tour. I didn't even know he was a rapper, but okay.
I didn't
He's on tour, so they did that for him. But I don't know what's up with Fame, but I guess, I don't know. You can't kill somebody off screen and not be about money. It just can't be. It has to be.
But that was a waste of character, man. Because they could have built his character up all the way to season 5, because him and Kane was loyal to each other, and then because either much Running was the one and Running Kane kicked the Famous out of his apartment.
CR22 say the comedic relief is not needed if they want to go dark all the way for the last season. Well, Famous was kind of comedic relief to a certain extent. I mean, he's a good character, but he wasn't, the most.
He wasn't built for the game.
Well, I'm just saying, as far as writers, maybe they didn't. I don't know. Maybe I don't know, contract or not. It's sad that he didn't at least get to be on the screen for whatever they decided, though. That's the thing I think to throw people off. Is if they wanted to kill him off and they decided that, they could have just wrote it and filmed it and put him in there. So
exactly, but they ain't had any other plans for his story.
Well, I don't know, but
no storylines, no back character.
Yeah, but this next episode, I think we may start to find out who actually was behind Famous, because they actually gaining ground, because when Juke had them dudes down, Kanan's face changed a little when he said a cop. And I'm starting to think maybe Kanan is thinking it was Howard. And I'm thinking it might be Howard, but it might not be. But I'm thinking we'll find out some more next episode. I mean,
hopefully it ain't Marvin. Hopefully it ain't even much of Marvin, because if it is Marvin, Kane find about that, he done.
You think
how could it be Marvin?
But I hope
how could it be Marvin?
It ain't Marvin. I'm just using him as an information. I'm not
going to check this out. Check this out. The last time we saw Famous, right? He was in the police station. They had the gun, his prints, and they knew that he killed somebody, right? He was with the police, right? The last time we saw Famous alive. You don't get bailed. Nobody bailed him out. He is just dead in police custody. They had a murder gun that they know he did it. They had a witness, the next door neighbor across the hall. So the police killed him, obviously, right? Isn't that obvious?
Well,
or am I bugging?
he would. The reason is making it seem that way is because he knew about the dirty cop with Howard or something. So otherwise, the police would have just probably arrested him and took him to jail. But because he was saying that, that would have made the reason why Howard would have took him out. Because if they arrested him, he could have said, "Hey, I got this information. If you want to make a deal, I'll tell you this, that, and the other." And maybe he would have still went to jail or got a little time. Who knows? But
a little time on a body, on a homicide, on a murder.
Right. So that's why I say he would have still went to jail, probably just not as much time, maybe, if he had some information to share. But
true.
You going to jail for that murder, though. You know what I mean?
But the police had him. They had Famous in the police station with the gun, and he was arrested, right? And that's the last time we see him. Then all of a sudden he's missing. Okay, the police killed him.
But the police wouldn't do it for that, though. Why would they do that? Because
I feel you, but I'm just saying, like, right. the last time we saw Fame, he was in the police station.
Right, but because he didn't come back off screen, he got out. Because in the last episode, he said, "I want a lawyer." That means they couldn't say nothing else to him. They had to let him go.
No.
Or wait for his lawyer.
They ain't letting you go.
Because the mom, they can't talk to him no more. He wasn't giving nothing up in that moment. And the mom was like, "Oh, he was working with you. No, he was talking to you." They let him out. They let him out off screen. And then whatever happens to him, happens to him. It could still be the cops or Howard or whoever. Yeah. But they let him out.
Okay, so if they let him out, then okay, anything can happen. But I never heard anybody getting let out without, you know what I'm saying, without being bailed out or anything like that on a murder charge. Yeah, let out.
He didn't confess. He said, "I bought the gun off the street." Freddie was still alive the last time I seen him. I don't know what you're talking about Howard. I want a lawyer. So they can't say nothing else to him. They let him go. Because then, how the hell did he get out of the jail in that dusty ass apartment or warehouse, whatever the hell that was? They let him out.
Okay, we'll see.
More information on this the next episode, because I can see why the theories of maybe it was contract or whatever, because it was left at a place where it wasn't really complete or finished, and then he don't come back, and then they do it. It just seemed a little weird on the set. You know, it just
because I remember when I used to go, because I used to look for it hard. When is the new season coming back? I feel like that's another reason why they had delayed it so long. But when I was reading the articles, they were saying that Antonio was coming back, Famous was coming back. And then that changed.
Can I say something, Gina? Do you either much see Kane getting this spinoff in the near future?
Kane, this is a spinoff.
No, I'm talking about the one play Curtis McKay. I'm talking about Curtis McKay.
I'm saying this is a spinoff with another spinoff.
Yeah, and I'm talking about in the future. I'm talking about in the future though. Like you've been with me and you was sitting here talking about you wanted to see Kanan in the Power Orgy.
Oh, see him again in like the Tommy and Powers, Tommy and Ghost prequel. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I feel like they would still use him if they was to do that.
Yeah, though, because you got Courtney Camp and Sasha Penn is gonna end up working together for Power Orgies. Because we probably be getting that spinoff into 26 or 27.
Power Orgies.
I mean, Power Orgies.
Oh my God, I can't wait for that show to drop. You got
Power Orgies.
It got Tasha. It got Mary J.
Angela.
It got.
But it'd be crazy if they had Mary J now.
They definitely chilled out on all the sex scenes like they used to have, like in the original Power. Which girl was definitely smashing Angie on a regular basis.
Man, they lure you in with the sex scenes in the first.
Yeah, they don't do it no more.
No, because I'm missing. You know what's missing? Symphony, Smash and Rock. That's what's.
Oh missing. Yeah, yes, I forgot about him.
Yeah, he need to play that record collection. We need to play that too.
I mean, they definitely made it PG because they used to be buck wild. Like, damn, look at Angie's titties flapping everywhere. Like, and they just like gone. They stopped doing
Angie and Ghost scenes, man.
Yeah, Angie, and then
Lala
even
Anthony,
Tasha.
Lakeisha, when
Yeah,
they
well,
was
it was too much. But
when Tommy clapped them cheeks in the beauty shop.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That would have been hard for me though. Like if I was him as an actor, I would have had to smash that for real. Like we meeting up after work. Something happening. Something going down. Like for real. You can't have all that flapping and slapping. Hey, y'all clear the room or something. Like, hey, I see.
I'm gonna tell you what's the worst sex scene. What's the worst
movies?
I'm gonna tell you what's the worst sex scene. That sex scene with Charles Lucien, they were trash. That sex scene was trash between them.
You talking about BMF?
Yeah, that was trash.
It was too old, folks. Not to
Stop it.
Yeah, right.
You talking about
myself because I'm almost that age. Wait, they ain't that old.
Yeah, my favorite scene in BMF. My favorite scene in BMF is when Snoop made their mom pay for dinner.
But Angie and Ghost was two good-looking people in good shape. You know, not that I was paying attention to him, but Angie.
Yeah, Angie was crazy, man.
Hey, she was doing Leela Loren, man.
Yay me.
She was in her prime on that show. Season 1 or 2. And let me talk it to you, Ghost. Yours. I want to know you.
Yay me.
Yay me. Yay me. I love you. Yay me. Yay me. Let me ride you. Boy, she was so bored.
I don't think the show ever recovered after they killed her off.
Nah, heck no. The show ain't recovered when they started going at each other. The best part is when she arrested him at that club. And he was like, Angie, I'm glad you're here. She was like, click, click, when she thought he had killed Greg. I was like, oh, snap. And they walked him out, whatever. I'm like,
yes.
That was
that was the peak of the show.
That was the peak. That was the peak. I was just about to say that too. That right there, I was like, I gotta see the next episode of this.
It was so good, bro. That was so good. Yeah, they definitely took a step back in the writing.
After that peak, they started doing too much of that court and all of that, and he was in jail and it just went a different direction. It wasn't the same as the like emotional love triangle stuff. It started getting into the court and then dealing with the and all. It just got away from the love interest, really.
Yeah,
which kind of brought the made it more interesting in a way that he got all of this stuff, but he about to blow it up for love. Oh man. You know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't think they could do this, and that just gave a different aspect to it.
High School Sweetheart, it was way better, bro. That was nothing was better than Power first season.
Seasons, yeah. And then after that, it became a regular dope dealer show. Like
it was almost like you watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was almost like a mystery. Who's robbing them? I mean, you know what I'm saying? It was Kanan the whole time, but it was like a mystery. It was just like in Game of Thrones when Ned was looking for the mystery of who the Queen's kids, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like that.
Right.
And the emotional part of it gone.
Yeah. Well, man, I appreciate y'all for coming. We done had about 80 people up in here hanging with us all night. I appreciate all y'all. And
thanks for having me, bro. I've been on here a minute.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you always welcome, man. I'm gonna be seeing you on the Discord lately, but you know, welcome. Hit me up,
bro. I've been working, man. Just working. I called out today. That's why I hopped on there today. Shit.
You were sad over famous. Look at you. That was you in the comments called off work. Famous. I'm just playing. But yeah, man, I get it, man. We all, especially with the tariffs and everything going up and going crazy, we got to try to make it.
Yeah, did you see President Trump that signed a SAVE executive trying to make it hard for elderly people to either much vote? Talking about you got to have your driver's license and your ID to vote.
Man, they got so much stuff going on every day. It's hard to keep track. In one way, you would think that makes sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
Just, if you get past the House, though, you know that clown gonna end up signing it.
You should have ID to vote. You can be anybody.
Immigrants come here to vote, which is not true.
Yeah, which is just a lie.
But don't nobody want. It's hard to get Americans to vote. What you think? Somebody traveling all here to vote? They want to job somebody
to America to vote.
But one thing I did notice here in Indiana, in Indianapolis, it's free to get an ID. You don't have to pay. So, like in Chicago, you have to pay to get a state ID. You have to pay to get your license. Now, it ain't much, like $20 or $25, but here it's free. So
that's what it is in Jersey.
It's free there, or you got to pay?
Hell no, it's $25, something like that, $23 for a license.
That's not a lot, but it's still something.
Money. Shit.
Exactly. Yeah. And that could be $20-something. Somebody don't have. They could be old. Whatever the case, and can't afford it, and that could maybe keep people from voting. Whereas here, it's free. You just take your credentials and you go and you get a state ID for free. So, which I was like, what?
That's crazy. I never heard of that.
Yeah, it's free because they make it that you have to have ID to vote here. So they can't say you have to have ID to vote, but then you got to pay. That means you making people pay you. Whereas
pay to vote.
Exactly. Whereas if they make it where you have to have ID here to vote, but then it's free to get ID, all you need to do is bring your paperwork, birth certificate, social security card, go get your ID. It's free. So now you can't say.
Wait, that's all you gotta take?
Well, I mean, you need to take.
Oh.
I don't know the whole list. I mean, that's the most important, two most important. But I'm sure like your address or something. I think that's it, though. You need like a couple pieces of mail for where you live. You need your birth certificate, social security card. What else you gonna give them?
Yeah,
some blood. They probably want that
DNA sample.
I know, right? Hey, that's probably coming next, you know. But yeah, you bring that and they'll give it to you for free. Now you do have to pay for a driver's license. That's like $20-something, but you don't have to drive though. You got you need an ID. But what they do is if you have a state ID and you get a driver's license, they take your state ID away. So they did to me. I'm like, what you taking?
Yeah.
They're like, you can't have two. I'm like, what? What the heck? You can't have two forms of ID. I'm like, what? Why is this? They like, of course, you know, I'll be asking. They talk about you may give it to somebody. I'm like, man, they be committing crimes in my name. I tell you. But
so do you all have your real ID?
Yeah, it's a real ID.
No, I'm asking, does everybody have their real ID? You know, the deadline is coming up, May 7th.
Fuck that shit. I ain't worried about that.
I didn't even know about no deadline. But I got
yes, there's a deadline on the real ID. Everybody that wants to get on a plane is going to need a real ID to get on a
passport. They're going to need a passport.
Or passport, but if you don't have the passport, then you need the real ID and you won't be able to get on the plane.
Well, only if they exchange it for me. I already paid for this motherfucker. I'm not paying for another ID.
Which ones do you have?
I have a license, a driver's license. That's real ID to me.
Yeah, that's it.
It has the star on it. If they got the star on it, yeah, you good.
I don't know.
If you got it within the last 5 years, it's a real ID.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're a Colts fan. I'm sorry, Jay. You moved to Indianapolis. You a Colts fan now?
I'm not no fan of Indianapolis. Nothing. Other than gun laws.
But you saw my Eagles, boy. I ain't talked to you in a minute. You saw my Eagles, boy. You saw my Eagles. You saw what we did.
Y'all got lucky.
I mean, Philly put it on Kansas City though.
Funny as hell.
I got lucky again. So
Lucky.
Nah, I wish
We
my
put it on the NFL.
I wish my Bears would get lucky for a change.
Shit.
They got them. They got them.
Yeah, we finally got a quarterback. We just need to have somebody throw it to.
Y'all got rid of Keenan Allen.
He was old.
I mean,
They got rid of
They got rid of
but they go a star right now.
They had fired that head coach, the one you used to coach. I can't think of that dude. His name.
The Bears get the worst head coach every time.
Y'all got Ben Johnson now. He's just the coordinator, but y'all got
the same division. They got to play the Detroit Lions twice a year. Green Bay, they got to play them twice a year.
The Vikings.
You a football fan?
Yeah, and they got to play Minnesota twice a year. They in the same division.
We got the hardest division in football. I always said that.
Eagles, boy, whooping that ass. We about to go back to back, man.
Eberflus is
but Philly don't play. Philly up there, they don't play down in Philly.
Hell no.
Jamari Riddick say, what if you work in aviation already? What you talking about? Aviation?
Flying.
I mean, I got that part, but I'm asking, what do you mean, like what?
Flying for free. I guess you can't. She said you can't fly without a real ID.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not saying that. That's what they say.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what do you mean? All right. But yeah, man, I would suggest everybody get their passport, although it don't think that if something go down, you're gonna be able to get away, because you won't. I mean, ain't everybody seen movies where if it really go down, how everything is jammed up and packed? So like just get a passport so that when things ain't going down, you can travel and enjoy life, because the world, we're only here for a little bit of time, you know what I mean? And it moves fast. So
yes.
Yeah,
get a passport, see the world, see some people, go places, enjoy life. Because
I'm allowed to get a passport now too. I got my child support dropped. Yes, praise the Lord. Yes, sir.
There you go.
Got it dropped, boy.
My child support is over too, as far as
I've been paying for
21. So he grown.
20 years I've been paying. It's over. The fat lady has sung. It's a wrap. Oh.
Well, congratulations on the fact that you paid it, because not many do.
Yeah,
so shout out to you.
I owe $3,000.
Oh, you gonna get that?
Yeah.
It's
almost over. But yeah, man, passport only about $150, and people can go and travel the world and stuff. You need a passport to go to Canada now and Mexico. But,
who wants to go to Mexico?
I already been to Mexico.
Don't go to Mexico.
I mean, I was on a cruise though. I had went on a boat.
Yeah. Hey man, that's a good point. I was just about to ask you, and I got distracted. Hustle in there, say, "Damn, you can't get a passport if you owe child support." I didn't know that either.
No.
What? So what they do? Leave the country, huh?
I guess
you can't even drive if you owe child support. They take your license. They take your passport.
If you don't pay. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't pay it, and it's old. Like you got arrears and stuff like that. They stop you.
They suspend your license.
Why should you travel if you can't pay for your kid? That's how they feel.
That's insane.
No, they feel like that's a luxury.
You can't get a passport. Yeah.
That's cruel and unusual punishment.
It is.
They don't feel like that. They feel like it's a luxury.
Right now, dude, you just blew my mind. So wait,
wow, Jay, you never knew that?
What if you was trying to travel for work to make money?
They don't care.
They don't care. You got to get a stationary job where you at, be able to go to that and pay your child support. Then you can go. That's how they feel.
Insane. That's insane.
It's crazy. It's the American way.
Yeah, it
really is.
That's messed up, big time, man.
I got my license suspended. It got to the point where if you miss 2 payments in a row, they suspend your license. And now I'm getting my car impounded. I got to bail out of jail. I got to pay to get my car out the impound lot. I got to pay the DMV to reinstate my license. Oh,
All this
bro,
money
don't.
could have been going to the child support, or
You
helping
know,
to
Uncle
get
Sam
that.
always got his hand out for your money, and they always make it about them. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be about the kids, right? But now I got to pay the DMV $100 to get my license back. Now I got to pay $200 to get my car out the impound. That's if I get it out the first day. You know what
Right,
I'm
but
saying?
what,
Don't let it sit in there for
$85 a
2
day?
days, 3 days. Like, bro,
Yeah, they charge you
child support is
storage.
so unfair for men. It's not even funny, dog.
Yeah, you're
It's
right.
not.
Man, this is horrible. And this also is what ruined a lot of American families, because women
Yes.
then are quick to break up with men because they know they can get child support and do this and that. So relationships don't last as long, or people are quick to break up, and every little thing somebody do or don't do, and then realize it's hard to raise a kid by yourself. Even if you get the money, it's lessons every day with communication, talking, and then they also need to see the female and male energies in life in order to operate. That's why a lot of young dudes out here act like bitches in this money. Yeah, that's all they ever saw growing up, is that energy. Not all men. Not saying everybody had a single mom, but you need to see both. And not that every dad around was the best example either, but it's just certain things as a child subconsciously you pick up, learn, see different things. Hey, it's a lot of things from examples from my parents. I learned what not to do from seeing them do this, and it don't work out. Well, I ain't going to do that, or whatever. It ain't that they told me this or that. You could just see and observe. But if you only have one perspective and grow up, that's why a lot of these people so quick to shoot, because they afraid to fight like a man or do this or that, and get up and dust yourself off and move on. No, you can't beat me up. My mama ain't beat me up and this and that. Yeah, your daddy should have gave you a whooping or something, and let you know, hey, you'll be all right. Don't do it again type stuff. But no, they don't want to take a L. They ain't going to fight you. I'm going to shoot you,
So quick to throw their lives away, bro.
Right.
And yours too. Like,
I
they
just
don't.
read a news article of somebody 15 that took out his best friend in the house while he was at his best friend's house, blasted him over, I think it's like a video game or something.
Oh, wow.
At 15. And then what's crazy is after he did it, he left out the house, and the mama asked what happened, and he said nothing and left, and then came back to the house with his mama trying to apologize.
For killing the boy?
Yes. How is this mama walking back with him thinking this is a good idea? Yeah, baby.
Oh, wow.
And apologize. I love you, baby. So she's insane, and he's insane. They all crazy.
Where was that at?
Man, I was reading it on a Newsbreak article. I think I had to pull it up.
Oh, wow.
That was just crazy to me. All of that. I'm thinking, how could they do that? How is the woman there? How was he? How you killed him over a video game? What?
Wow. Wow.
Something that stupid. Like, I'm just like blown away. But they get too emotional and stuff. And then even if you do get that way, we fought as friends as teenagers, and then we be friends again. Sometimes you got into it with a friend and fought, and y'all would make up and be some of the best friends because oh, he could fight. If we get into it, he got my back, whatever. You become friends like that. But if you get into it and then you shoot him, you don't even know that could have been your buddy in the years later. You know what I'm saying? And you done blasted him.
It's a different world, bro. Yo, I just seen this thing, this article, a news article, where this woman met a man on Tinder, and she met him and tried to get him to kill her ex-boyfriend and his daughter. What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
In Philadelphia. Well, it happened in Jersey. The chick was from Jersey, but she tried to get she was 23 and her ex-boyfriend was 53. Daddy issue. And she wanted, they broke up in March, and she wanted the new dude that she just met on Tinder. She gave him $500 as a down payment to kill her ex-boyfriend and his daughter. but it was a setup. They set her up. Like,
man, these people are crazy out
threw
here.
her life away.
I'm glad that the person went and told, because that's sick.
That's crazy.
You feel like $500 is worth 2 lives? That's sick.
And they were only dating for a year.
Well, you know
now,
what?
I don't know what
People
the
are
sicker part is.
taken advantage of because women, dating apps are worse for women than men. So men ain't getting dates and things like that. But women, they're not giving a lot of men chances that they probably would, because they say that 80% of men going after women are going after 20% of men, which then these dudes got all the women, so they smashing. Why they gonna commit to you? You want a man over 6 foot, make this, do this. He don't need you. He don't want you. And so even at teenagers, they on dating apps or social this or that. So everybody do. So my point is, by the time some of these people are 23, back in our day, we'd already dated or been in relationships and stuff by that time. Some of these dudes is in like their first or second relationship at this age, getting played. You know what I'm saying? And then it's so hard to find somebody. They're willing to whack somebody because, you know, they damn near been an incel all these lives, you know, because women don't want to give a dude a chance. And then women got all these rules. Don't date at work. Don't date at school. Don't meet them this. Don't talk to them if they got this. Don't do this. Don't do that. Man, what? You know what I'm saying? Men don't operate like that. Men have money, will date a woman that's unemployed as long as she make them feel good and look good or something like that. Very simple. Women wouldn't do that. Women date at their level or above. Men are date anywhere, you know, above, below, they level, same. It's not the same. Whereas a woman feels bad if she doing good and her man ain't. Whereas a man would be like, that's cool, I'll help her do better. Whereas a woman, if they say they'll help him, it's by telling him this or beating him down or doing whatever. Or that. So picking at him. Then he felt like,
I forget what comedian said it, but they were like, if Jay-Z worked at Burger King, Beyonce wouldn't date him. But if Beyonce worked at Burger King, Jay-Z would date her.
He would.
You know
he hit that. She still got buns. She got them buns.
So
hey, you got them buns, baby. I got a Whopper for you. You know what I mean?
It don't matter where you work at. When it was, you know, a man will take any. You know what I mean? Like exactly what you just said.
Yeah, man.
But the thing is,
also to a woman, I'm not dissing women. Women mindset is different than a man. We think of not getting a woman for security. We don't think of getting a woman, most men. Now, there's some dudes out there that, you know, try to drive their car and live in there. I ain't talking about that. But most men that's on they game, not that you rich or whatever, but you go to work, handle your business. You ain't with a woman because you need somebody to feed you or clean up after you. You know what I mean? Or you need somebody to tell you to get up in the morning and go to work. You don't need that. You with her because you enjoy her company. You want to be with her, have a family, something to grow. A woman, in turn, is with a man for those same reasons, but also they looking for a sense of security. That's why it's important he doing something with himself, because they don't want to be one with a bunch of kids and some dude and they can't feed nobody and eat, and it's just bad. It's harder on a woman than a man in that situation. So I can get and understand that, especially subconsciously, a woman, you know, they're weaker. So if they out in public and stuff, you know, they want to be with a man or something. At least he gonna pop somebody or something. If they gonna let us get taken advantage of or something, you know what I mean? So they want to have something. Not that
I ain't like that weaker word, Jay.
Well,
because if I'm out in the street, I'm gonna pop somebody. I gotta make it home to my kids.
Well, Gina, you from the Bronx, so you know.
No, I'm from Brooklyn.
Right. Hey, that ain't no joke though. You from Brooklyn. That's like, you know, big city women, a little different. Y'all have been through some things. But overall, women, you know, ain't trying to go with no dude fighting. And a dude.
Oh, I ain't gonna fight. Hell no. I'm gonna lay him down though.
Oh, Monet. Hey, okay, Monet.
I would want my woman to do that too, though. I wouldn't want her to be a victim. I would have my woman be trained and be ready to blast too. Cause like, what if I can't get to mine in time?
I hear you.
I want you to be like, I got you, baby.
Yeah, it's crazy out here. I was just listening to a news story, and two women, they were down in Soho. They, a crazy dude, he had picked up a bottle, broke it, and slashed this lady.
Oh,
She was able to fight him off and she ran away. But then a block up, he slashed another lady. He slashed her in the neck. She's really bad in the hospital.
mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
And he just had a history of attacking women, random women in the street. He had pushed a woman in front of the train. He wasn't even supposed to be out to be able to harm these two women.
Pushed her in front of a train.
Yeah, he pushed a woman in front of a train a couple of years back.
I always had a reflex because when we grew up in Chicago, you know, it's train platforms too that you could get pushed in front of. And as kids, we would play and act like we gonna push you off of it and stuff and do different things. So I developed a reflex. If somebody pushed me, my hand is like a cat. That should be like whoop pop, and I'm like, go grab your wrist. You coming too? Get ready for this cedar. Pop, we both throw it off this edge.
We both know. If I go, you got to go.
Whoop, man. Hey, this wrist, boy, I got that. Whoop, pop, pop. Hey.
We never played. We used to take the train when we was little, but we never played on the platform. Because my mom used to let us watch crazy stuff when we was little. I'm not sure. I probably get the movie mixed up, but was it Warriors that the dude died on the third rail?
Yeah, that was well, yeah, but you talking about Beach Street.
Beach Street.
Oh, Beach Street. Yeah, Beach Street. Yeah. We never played down there.
Yeah, but see, we were playing in Chicago. They have an above train that's electric at the top, not a third rail, the Metro. So we would stand and walk over because it's no third rail. The electricity's at the top, and the platforms are up, and you can. It's open air. So the train will run up to the platform, the Metro, and you can see everything. It's like the platform in the middle and train go on each side, and the wires are above. So we would play like that because we just didn't want to fall. But we wasn't going to get electrocuted. But we did learn that if you go to a joint where the train join, the tracks join, if you put a penny on there, we would make the arms come down. I don't know why that worked, but that did work. We would do that and then run, and then the arms would come down, and then, of course, the traffic can't go. We would jam up traffic.
Oh, I know they wanted to beat the hell out of y'all.
Man, I know, right? And we would sit and laugh and come back, and they would still be down, and people would just be going around it. You know what I'm saying? Going around through the thing or whatever.
So, yo,
yeah, that was bad.
I'm gonna hop right back to that story of the murder for hire story, right? You don't think it's weird the fact that she was 23 and the dude was 53?
Well,
yeah, that's it.
He should have known that wasn't love.
That's Bill Belichick type stuff.
Bill Belichick, I know. She just waiting on him to croak. She want to get married. It's like a ticking time on him. Stopwatch. You've been running the stopwatch on players. I'm running it on your head. Let's see how long you can do a 4.340. You know, we got what he's 78. We're gonna see how long you can do a 4.5 year.
He's like 70, 60 something, almost 70, and she's 20 something. That's nasty, bro. Yeah, that's like your granddaughter.
Well, women are
like,
different.
Come on, man.
Women are different than men because they're not as visual. So, like, we could be 70 with a 20-year-old, but you couldn't be that 20-year-old with a 70-year-old, Rick, because we're more visual. Even if she was a billionaire, we'd be justifying it and saying this and that, but it would be very gross to us. Whereas she could be broke, trailer trashy, everything you could think of, but disease-free, of course, and look good, and men would be running up in it. But it's about vision, not to simplify and say men are dogs and all you got to do is put some lipstick on and we going to be, ain't that simple. But I'm just saying, we're more of a visual creature than a woman is. You know what I mean? So she's a way of justifying in her mind $50 million. $50 million, $50 million, and then she could just rub on this old wrinkly chest and liver spots and ride in it.
Ew.
Gray hair on the nuts and stuff. And still put it in her mouth and all that.
No, but remember when Anna Nicole Smith married that old dude?
That's what
And
I'm
he
saying.
used to take pictures with her. It looked like he was gone already. That was crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, he's old. He's probably not even circumcised.
We didn't know what that was in my day, baby. I just called it a little extra protection. I thought that was a built-in condom. That's all.
Old ass Bill Bell.
That little cream, that's called duck butter, baby. That's all duck butter. Put it on your toast. Mix it with a little bit of this cream, and you be all right.
Old Bill.
No, I would tell y'all a quick story before we get out of here. When I was about in my early 30s, I was dating a woman. She looked real good, you know, but she was about 42, 43 or whatever. But anyway, it got time to eat that fillet of fish. And
got with her.
There's a lot of gray curly hairs down there. I'm like, we're gonna have to wax on, wax off, Miyagi. I can't eat. It's like the food is old. It's spoiled.
Oh man.
Oh Lord.
So hey, she had no $50 million either. I might have just did it.
Like Big Pun, like about to go downstairs. Gray hair everywhere. You nasty, Jay. I don't care.
I care.
Don't want to be a player no more.
Let's just say she got mad at me.
She take off her slip.
Real mad. She got real mad.
Her slip.
She got real mad. She held it against me. Let's just say I ain't get that meal again.
We're a girdle.
I ain't get to play that record collection too much longer. Hey, it was a surprise. She was all black on top, and I was like, "Hey, wait a minute! You tricked me." That's like you go to get some salmon. You thought it was fresh. They just added some pink dye on that salmon.
Oh man!
Gray salmon, and you pinking it up.
Gray salmon. Oh man, that's funny.
That's funny. But y'all, man, this was great. I appreciate y'all. I'm glad y'all came through as well, man. Good talking to y'all.
Thanks for having me, you guys.
Yeah, man. Steve, Slim.
Yeah. Gina!
Gina, I was getting worried about you too, girl. So I'm glad you made it.
Oh, I have not been feeling well.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to feel somewhat better. Got a couple more days to go.
Well, I'm glad you're doing better. I was gonna check on you today if I didn't see nothing happen. I have to message you, but see what's up with Kay Leezy. What's going on with Kelly? How's she been? I ain't heard from her.
She's fine from the last time that I spoke to her. She was doing good. She was sick too.
What? Y'all
this weather up here be changing on us. 1 minute is nice and bright and warm. Then the next minute it's cold. Like these next couple of days, it's supposed to be freezing.
That's a fact.
It was raining for a couple of days. Like
right.
Yeah.
It's been pretty warm here overall, though, for the most part. 60s and up.
Yeah, it'll be like 70 degrees in the afternoon and then 20 degrees at night, yo. And then it's like crazy ass pollen. Well, I'm in Jersey, so crazy ass pollen and then raining. It's crazy. It's these allergies.
You ain't
mold.
I know, right?
Hay fever.
It's bad tartar sauce on your fish. That great fish.
Oh man, let me get out of here. I gotta go to work in the morning, man.
All right,
but,
man.
All right, guys.
Yep, Gina, Steve.
All right, RJ, Steve,
right.
Gina.
Nah,
Have a
nah.
great day, everybody. Have a great weekend and stay safe.
Stay
All right.
safe.
Too.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me,
Have a
Jay.
good
Cheers.
one.
no problem. Peace, man.
Peace.
Take it easy. All right, y'all. We're getting ready to wrap it up. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Shout out to the panel, Gina, Slim, Steve. Great talking to y'all. As y'all can see, I start talking, man. I can get going. And especially when I'm with them and they got good comments. So definitely appreciate that. It was a good episode. Was it the greatest? No. This season is good. I give it a B. It's not a A. It's not a C or a D. It's not failing, but it's good. I'm waiting for the to hit something, But Neek is back, so we'll see what happened the next episode. What they're gonna do with him and Rock. Overall, though, it's a good show. We'll see what happens. And everybody, man, is still here. It's what time is it? 4 a.m. Everybody that stayed to 4 a.m. You know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna start doing like a giveaway or something with like gift cards or something, like a $20 giveaway or something again. Then do another little giveaway or raffles, like whoever had the best comments or something, whoever stayed to the end or whatever the case. I'm gonna have to do something, man. So I appreciate everybody for coming through. And I'm gonna work on something. Maybe I'll have it tonight because I do go live tonight, Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So come through. We'll go live. I'll put in the link. We can chat it up, talk a little bit more about the show now that we had a chance to think about it, watch it again, and of course, get sidetracked on other stuff. Anyway, y'all have a good night. A good day at work. Good morning. I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.